Hey, thank you for joining us for episode 28 of Fool's Banter Radio. I'm your host, Brad. Joining me, as usual, is this scary-looking guy on the left.
Sunshine Wave.
His name is Sunshine Wave. It's Kyle. And in front of me, on his makeshift chair, because he was late as hell, Keith, how you doing?
I think it's a pretty good mixture.
Pretty good, I think.
You're
I don't know about the Sunshine Wave, though.
Sunshine Wave. Hello.
And
Keith.
skipping a person, we're going right over to Stevedore, because he's always here. Steve, have you missed an episode yet?
Still haven't missed one.
Damn.
The only one who hasn't missed one.
This might as well be
It's
called
your
the
podcast.
Steve Heinrich podcast.
That's the Steve Hahn podcast.
I may or may not have missed one.
Instead of
Who
Josh
said
today.
that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Mystery
Is that
guest.
a new voice?
Instead of Josh today, we have the elusive, finally on the podcast. We've been saying it for a while.
Matthew McConaughey, ladies
Matthew
and gentlemen.
McConaughey. It's Matt, Steve's long childhood
It's his best friend.
Long lost
It
brother.
was his best
Yeah.
friend.
You can call me Josh if you want.
No, that's
He's
weird.
in a bunch of the stories.
Josh is like twice your height, so Josh is
You
a
are
tall
so
motherfucker.
good. But he is buff now compared to when he is little. Look at those fucking arms, dude. He works out every day.
You know what
too.
it is?
Let me
It's
tell
'cause
you,
you
he
get
works
his
out
heart pumping every time
every
you
day.
go and scare
He
him at the
always
gym.
runs.
Dude, Kyle, by the way, you're a liar about that.
What?
I got
What?
their side of the story, but when you scared people. You
What?
said you weren't doing
He
it on
was,
purpose.
he was under the impression that you were creeping on us and not walking up behind us while we're on the treadmill.
and purposely scaring them.
Oh no,
Purposely
yeah.
scared
I thought maybe at some point I might have been getting like a little
What were
too much, you
What
know?
are you doing exactly?
Just creeping up on
What is
these
he
guys.
doing, man?
Well, sometimes he's on a treadmill and he can't see me coming from behind him, and he
Yeah,
says,
100% of the time you can't see
You
me.
said that you just walk up and you're not meaning to scare him. You're just trying to say hi.
"Well, I
Well,
mean,
that may or may not be true.
It
but
basically-
it's scary.
I don't
it's
know.
scary no matter what.
It
They
kinda-
told me that he comes up and scares them.
it's
like,
hard.
"Ah!"
It's hard. It's sometimes I definitely do, but it's hard to like not scare somebody who's like in the zone right there running on the
Dude,
treadmill."
I scare my mom every 5 minutes. I'll just be walking. I'll be like, "Hey, mom," and she's like, "Oh!"
Dude, the same with my wife. I have to go out of my way not to
I-
scare her. Like
Really?
in the dark when I'm coming in like to bed or whatever. Or she'll like get up to go to the bathroom and I come in the bedroom. I'm like, she's in the bathroom and it's dark in here. Second she opens the door, she's gonna crash into me and scream. I need to like run hide in the corner until she's in bed and slowly whisper that I'm in the room.
How often do you do this?
Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
I just imagine.
I am in the room. Don't freak out.
I know you've been asleep for an hour.
I know
I'm
you-
standing in the corner waiting till you
insane.
wake up so I can tell you I'm coming to bed.
I knew you'd been asleep for an hour. This guy. Oh
No,
man.
but I am indeed here today.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Matt's
This
here.
guy.
We forgot about that.
Hello, Matthew.
What's going
I
on,
believe that
Matt?
was the first time you said my name as well.
No, we
Matt.
called
No,
you Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
You are
McConaughey. I
Matt.
might have been exaggerating about the McConaughey.
I'm a little less McConaughey.
Yeah,
a little more
yeah.
Matthew.
But it's definitely a Matthew.
Yeah. So Matt, what have you been up to in the video game world? You kick it off.
Not much. A lot of Monster Hunter.
What?
Yeah, this guy goes,
Yeah, you and
"Yeah,
your brother
Monster
play
Hunter."
that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been playing that. PS4.
No, it's
Or is it good? I wanted
It's
to
like
get
a
it,
cat.
but I'm like so worried.
If
that
you're into
it's super grindy.
if you're into something that's grindy, absolutely.
Well,
'cause-
Path of Exile is super grindy, but
well, I mean, this
Yeah.
game is literally all about hunting the same monsters
the
repeatedly.
same ones.
Well, to be fair though, there's 31 of them or something like that.
there's only 31 monsters.
Well, they're also coming out with more.
They're adding more in free updates.
Well,
so
what is the actual hunting mechanic?
You go and kill
There's a
fish.
few.
you
well, there's a few
you
things.
accept quests
You never played
Uh-huh.
Monster
to
Hunter?
hunt certain monsters, and you go out and you hunt those monsters.
There's quests.
So
there's
you
main
just,
quests.
you kill them, take a trophy, get money.
Basically,
Get
but
bitches.
not necessarily money. The whole point of
Bitches.
it is that you accept quests to fight certain monsters, and like I said, there's I think exactly 31 of them now, including Devil Joe, who's the newest.
Is that your brother
Devil
with horns
Joe.
in the game?
No, but you
Sorry.
accept these quests and you go out and you hunt the monsters, which can be a thing in and of itself. Kill them or capture them, and you're getting rewards, and you use those rewards, which are pieces of the monster, to make weapons and armor. And that's where the grind comes in, is when you're making these sets of weapons and armor, which can help you hunt other monsters or
So,
do specific
What
things.
is a hunt actually like though? Is it just
Oh,
literally find
before
monster,
you-
kill
so
monster?
Before you answer that, just imagined when you said Devil Joe that Matt actually isn't a monster, but Joe is like team killed him so many times that Matt just says they added a new monster. His name is Devil Joe.
We were talking about flashing somebody off of something. I imagine you're hanging because I've seen like grappling hooks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can mount monsters too.
Ooh, giggity.
So
Breeding.
if you've played,
So the game has breeding, is what you're telling me.
No.
Does the game?
No, like
Interspecies
mounting a
breeding.
horse, you sicko.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, but that's the gist of it.
People mount horses.
So
all the
there's
time.
5 or 6 areas which are large maps, and it has camps in them, and you choose where you spawn, and from that point you have to find the monster, which can be following its tracks, or certain things like that, and then hunting them, which is killing or trapping them using your weapons and environments.
What the fuck was that?
I tried to hit Steve in the face
With what?
with the bottle cap.
Look at bottle caps. My switch is up there, yo. Stop.
I know you hid the switch, and he's still gonna find a way to scratch it up.
Well, why did you
What?
put it up there? Oh, I see
So
now.
we wouldn't throw stuff.
Sorry.
Where were you at, Matt?
Yeah, right. We
No,
totally
that
got
was it.
track.
That was it. I mean, that's basically
Monster Hunter, cool,
but
awesome. I haven't played.
but
that.
it's been out for a little over 2
I'm a little
months or so.
disappointed in
Yeah.
that monster count.
There's
You got 100 monsters, okay. 31?
Well,
there's
See,
31
one
main
night.
monsters, 31 main big monsters.
there's large
There's also-
monsters, small monsters, endemic life. I mean, there's other stuff that you can do. But 31 also doesn't get as stale as it might sound, because even if you're killing the same monster over and over and over again, depending on what weapons you're using, the different armor sets you're using, the people that you're hunting with, it can feel different every time.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Not
there's
to mention that there's low rank, high rank, tempered monsters, and they feel different every single time too.
and
Yeah,
there's
it's-
the weapons mechanics. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
You can switch
I don't know.
anytime.
I got the Monster
anytime.
Hunter on the 3DS, and I tried all the weapons, and just none of them really stood out to me.
Monster
as
Hunter
fun.
World. So Monster Hunter World is
It's
the
gonna
first
feel
one that
different.
I played, but I play with Joe, my brother,
Uh-huh.
and he has played every Monster Hunter ever, and he has told me from his experience that this is the most advanced Monster Hunter. So even if you've played other Monster Hunters, this one is the most graphically
But
impressive, the most like gameplay intensive. It has the most variety of things you can do.
Well, other than that, I mean, did they change the weapons up? Or did they have...
So there's 13 main weapons for you to choose from, and you can switch them on the fly.
Name them.
All of them I can try. There's hammer, great
Sick.
sword, long
Wicked.
sword, insect glaive, hunting horn. There is dual blades. There is
Is there that lance blade?
there's a
like a
lance.
bow.
A
There's a
lance.
bow.
A
There's a
bow.
heavy bow.
What
gun,
about
a
that, like,
light bow
mechanical
gun.
sword thing?
What is that? Ooh.
Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, the sword and shield. That's one that I'm missing too. I think I just listed 11 of the 13.
There's, what is it, 3 or 4 shield
I
type
don't-
ones?
I think
Okay,
I
so
know
I
what
think
you're
they
talking about, but I think
expanded on
it's
it a little bit.
variants. I
Yeah.
imagine that's like
Insect
variants
blade
of
is
the
fun.
weapons.
No, those are
Insect
absolute
blade
like,
was in the other
giant
ones,
saw
yeah.
blades and stuff like that.
But it, like,
No,
it
no,
feels
no,
like
you would've
playing
been talking
Helic.
maybe
If you like
about
playing
the great
Helic,
It's weird, though. What the hell is an insect glaive? Like...
So an insect glaive is actually my main weapon. So I'm glad
Stop.
you brought that
Okay,
up.
so, but why... Okay, we have sword and shield, great sword, insect glaive.
Yeah.
Like, why not sunbow or something like that?
What?
So, well, and,
Well,
and
it's
plus,
weird,
and
the,
plus on top of that,
the
every weapon
prefix
has
on
its
it.
own elements too, if that's what you're getting at.
No,
well,
I'm just saying
insect
that's
glaive
just
is
an odd prefix to
it's
put on
shooting
a
the
weapon.
insect.
Yeah. So
That's
okay,
a-
but to get
that-
back to your
that-
to get back to your
that-
question though, like the insect glaive is going to be a staff that you can use, and inside of it is technically like purchase on your arm, but you can shoot stuff out of your staff. But what the insect glaive is it's a staff that you use usually with blades on both ends. And the whole gimmick of it is that you control an insect that can extract certain, I don't know, I guess you would say juices from monsters.
Woo!
And the different juices that you can get power you up in different ways.
There's a
and
name
on
for it,
top
but
of
that's
that can
not
also
juices,
poison
right?
them, paralyze them, stun them, heal you, poison. I mean,
See, to me, that's so weird because none of the other weapons
dope.
have like these
But the-
weird,
but the-
twisted, crazy themes to
well,
it.
it's so cool. Well, okay, the insect glaive is pretty weird.
That's
all
what I'm
the,
saying.
All the
Is
other ones
it
are
is like
pretty
a
straight.
black sheep
See,
out of all the other ones?
It is
That's what I'm
actually,
saying.
honestly.
But it is
yes.
also the easiest way to mount the monsters.
It is.
In mounting monsters
Yeah.
is...
Oh, so we're back to breeding.
Because so
No, mounting monsters is how you knock them out.
yeah,
So that you have easier time with them.
right.
Sounds
Oh.
like date rape.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like date rape.
You drug them a little bit,
You knock out the
put
monsters
them
and
to
then you have an
sleep.
easier
Yeah.
time with them.
and you just go to town.
Okay.
your description
No,
of
but-
the game
but
has
yeah.
definitely made it seem more appealing than.
Well, it's
from
on
reviews
Xbox,
that I read.
it's on PS4.
How's the player base? Has it dropped off a ton?
No,
since
not
it
yet.
released?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I heard isn't the
it
multiplayer
will.
kinda
I'm
whack?
not gonna lie
Every
and say it's
game-
not gonna drop off. Every game drops off eventually, but right now it's still going strong.
I heard
Their first major update's
Not-
about
not
to come
every
out
game.
mid-April, I think, the Spring Festival or whatever they call it, the
think
Blossom Festival. So that's coming up too.
I heard the multiplayer was kind of whack. Doesn't somebody have to like start a hunt and then shoot up a flare, and there's like a chance
No,
that
'cause
randos can get in your game
that's-
regardless?
That's one
No.
way to do it. So if you
Yeah.
don't have friends and if you're not part of the
So
Okay, so
everyone
say
has
you're-
no.
say you have three
so let's
friends.
pretend Steven has friends. No, but if you're playing by yourself, you can shoot SOS flares, and that will let random people join your hunts. If you have friends on PSN or on Xbox Live, you can create clans, which are like guilds or whatever you want to call it, where you can join their lobby every time you play and hunt with them anytime you want. And
Okay.
then you do not have to use SOS flares anymore.
So then I got misinformation, and now I actually kind of really
I'm,
want to buy this game.
How many?
Yeah, so I
Because I had heard that regardless, any multiplayer you have to shoot up a flare.
Absolutely
and it's
not, no.
always an open lobby,
No,
so randos
it is not.
can beat your
if
friends
you
in the game.
if you have
Yeah.
friends on Xbox Live or PSN, you can create a guild or it's called a clan. But
Son of a bitch.
yeah, so like for instance, me and my brother are in a clan with our friend John and with our friend Kevin and with a couple of other friends
Yeah.
that we actually were friends with on Destiny. And we'll if we're on at the same time at any point, we just hunt together.
And you can make a lobby that's
Don't you
literally.
speak of that name.
It was good at first.
What game?
One,
Destiny?
two.
Two.
What are you guys talking about?
I put a
Destiny?
ton of time into one. I got two. I played it until it got stale, which was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
real
my thing.
quick.
Like, it's a good
Real-
storyline.
You know what? Hey,
It's a
I will,
storyline,
I'll
yeah.
go back to it in 2 years, and I'll have
And then-
so
yeah,
much.
That's
No,
so
exactly. There'll be
random.
so much to do.
What, when the Xbox 2 is out?
No, when all the DLC is out
The Xbox 722.
722.
for.
722.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
The X Sphere.
Is that the only game you've been playing?
I've also been playing, as of today, Ni no Kuni 2, because it just came out today.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, just today I was heading to GameStop to swap out a game, and I saw Carl leaving GameStop. Carl by my house. Carl. And he was picking up that game that
Yeah.
Matt
Oh
was
my
talking
God.
about. Ni no-
What is it?
I make the
So
That was a
okay,
free game on
so
PlayStation.
Ni no Kuni 1 was a PS3 game that came out quite a while ago, obviously PS3. But it's an interesting game in the fact that it was Ni no Kuni 1, a turn-based RPG with Pokemon mechanics, but the entire game was done artistically by Studio Ghibli, which if you've ever seen like Spirited Away or Kiki's Delivery Service or any of those like really
Kinky
classic,
was-
not kinky.
Those are
Speaking
not
of
classic. I
Studio
know.
Ghibli is a huge, really popular studio in both Japan and America, but they make anime-style movies, and they have since like the early 80s. But they did the artistic direction for Ni no Kuni 1. Ni no Kuni 2 tries to emulate that style, but I don't think Studio Ghibli actually has anything to do with it. And Ni no Kuni 2 has also changed the battle system from a Pokemon mechanic to a hack-and-slash mechanic. It's only been out for a day. I've only put about 2 hours into the
It's
game,
like
so I
going-
can't say.
It's
Is it
like
like
going
over
from
the
Final
shoulder or
Fantasy.
what?
What's that?
Is it like over the shoulder or what?
Yeah, it's third person, yeah.
Is
I'm
it
sorry,
from,
no,
is
what
it
were
like
you
going
saying?
from
I'll let you talk
Final
now.
Fantasy to
You can
Kingdom
say what
Hearts?
you wanted to say.
Almost. What it's actually closer to would be going from... I'm trying to think of another game that uses Pokemon mechanics, but there aren't that many. Because, well, it was like...
Pokemon. Yeah.
Like what?
Pokemon
Well, no, because
Blue,
everybody
Pokemon
knows.
Red,
So-
Pokemon
okay, no,
Yellow,
okay, no, so-
Silver, Gold,
So
Crystal.
Pokemon was a turn-based RPG from
Black and
with like
white.
classic like Final Fantasy type battles.
Ruby.
Not like Pokemon. Dang it. No, but what was cool about Ni no Kuni 1 was every time you got into a battle, it was in a circular battlefield. And you could move around that battlefield, but at the same time you could have a party of 3 Pokemon-like monsters. I think they were called like familiars or
Pokemon-like
something.
monsters.
So there's 4 of
Um,
you on the field?
So it would be you and your 2 teammates, and then each one of you would have your own familiar, whatever they call it, I forget. But I mean, they evolved.
6 of you?
You could use them in battle. Yeah, it
Did
was.
you
And you yourself
Digital
can fight too? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you yourself could fight too.
That
It
sounds
was really cool. Yeah,
Sounds like I should have been
I
a little book
love.
catcher's like, I got 50 Weedles, and
love
just punch him
Nino
in the face
Kuni.
and take his money.
Yeah,
I got 50 Weedles. I'll show you my 50 Weedles.
The bug catchers, man, those little kids. All they got
I
is
got
Weedles.
50
No, they
Weedles.
got
Like
get it
Caterpies.
right. They got 1 Metapod and it hardened all.
No, it is Caterpies.
Wow.
Come
Caterpies,
on.
you're
What
right.
version you playing? Come
Dude,
on.
they got Weedles sometimes too. Weedles are just
In the
No,
other
the
version.
Screenshot, I
Look.
think.
You whip out your Metapod, you let it harden a bit.
and you get
And then you let it
get
harden
all
some
in there,
more.
Gyarados.
And then you harden some more. Oh, a Metapod hardened.
I got this.
Oh god.
You're never gonna kill me.
harder.
Harden harder. You harden harder.
That's
that
why I
harder.
like emulators, because then you can just speed up the time
Welcome
during
to
fights
Harden
like
Harder.
that.
We've run this family business for 15 years here at Harden Harder.
We're
I got it.
and we're harder than ever.
That sounds like a great law firm. Harden and harder.
Harden harder. My Metapod hardens harder. Do you harden harder? Okay, so you were playing Pokemon.
Not exactly. No, but so like, what I was ultimately getting to was that Ni no Kuni 2 is drastically different than the first one. They completely changed the battle system, the character types. Studio Ghibli, I believe, to my knowledge, is
So
not doing the
weird.
artwork anymore.
Jizzly.
Ghibli?
Ghibli?
Studio
Ghibli?
Jizzly.
I think it's pronounced Ghibli.
Can we talk about some
I've
weird
heard
Ghibli
everyone
company
pronounce it
names?
but you
Gilby.
know
Can we-
what?
Gilby.
Let's talk
Gilby,
about
it's
some
pronounced
weird
Gilby.
company video
It's
games.
absolutely pronounced
Ubisoft.
Whip it out the
Ubisoft.
phone.
It's
No,
Studio
mine is
Gilby, dude.
Bluehole.
Blue
Mine
Hole?
is PUBG
Blue
Bluehole.
Hole.
What
I
the
like
fuck
Bluehole.
kind of name is that? I don't know why, but dude, you know what the coolest one I think ever? Psionics. I wish they were more popular because that name is cool.
I read some shit.
Don't hurt
You read some
yourself.
shit? What'd you read?
So, Sea of Thieves came out. And
Oh yeah,
apparently
did they
it's-
released an
that
Xbox of
game's
Sea of Thieves?
super repetitive.
What?
There's
What do you
nothing
mean?
to do. You just you get a quest.
I think
That's
I saw a
Gilby.
Reddit
Studio
post
Gilby.
about that.
No, you see the Japanese pronunciation is
Gibbery.
Gibbery.
Gibbery
So
is
if you,
Gilby.
no,
yo.
so if you translate that into English, it would be Ghibli.
Studio Gilby. But Sea of Thieves, super repetitive. There was a what the heck?
What?
But
What? I said what?
but
All right, restart.
one of the devs on Reddit was saying, one of the old devs from like a year and a half, no, 2 years ago, he said that he left the company like a year before the game came out, and he was like, yeah, a year ago, like halfway through the development, I was voicing my concerns that the game was really repetitive.
Oh, you talking about Sea of Thieves? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
It's
and
really
he's
shallow,
Like, apparently
right?
they didn't do
Repetitive,
like shallow,
shallow.
repetitive, and apparently they didn't do anything. They didn't change the game at all in a year since he left the company.
Yeah.
That's
I've heard a lot of people that play it get bored of it within like
The-
3 or 4 hours.
The only way that you can play that and have fun for a while is if you have
A
like
full
4
lobby of
friends,
friends, yeah.
and you're all role playing,
Yeah.
just pretending to be fucking pirates.
And they released an Xbox.
Well, how,
Well, but
how
this
does it
is-
actually
released the
work?
PUBG
This is like-
Xbox, though.
And this is like the same thing with Friday the 13th too.
Yeah.
Because you can have a little bit of fun with that if you go in and play by
normally.
yourself.
Oh, yeah,
but
that
where
game's pretty good.
but where it really gets fun is when you have a full lobby of your friends
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
start role playing as the
Exactly.
character
Yeah,
they're playing.
yeah,
that
that
is
makes a lot of sense.
hilarious.
Chad, my papa owns this lake.
How does the game actually work? What,
Sea of Thieves or
yeah,
Friday
like, what
the
kind of
13th?
game is it? I don't know anything
You
about it. Explain.
Sail around on a pirate ship, and
TLDR.
it's pretty good. You have to lower raise sails properly, and you have to move
The
your
goal
sails left
is
and
to
right.
find Captain
And you go to outposts and you get little scrolls that are like treasure maps and shit like that, and then you go get the chest and come sell them. That's basically the entirety of the game. I think you can fight the Kraken, and that's the only like interesting
So
thing.
you
in
got
there.
guns on your boat? How does that
Yeah,
work?
you get cannons. You gotta load cannons, fight other people
How
on
do you
their
drive
boats.
the boat? Do
You
like,
drive- you get
you
the
got like
little-
one
you get the
captain
steering wheel.
and your buddies can be shooting the guns?
Yeah, but they also have to maintain the sails up front and stuff like that.
That
and
reminds
sails
me of
in
a
the
game
back.
that I saw. I think it was called Blackwater.
Yeah, I think it's
Was it
Blackwake. We talked about it before.
Blackwake? Yeah.
But no, it
that
is-
would be
it's
fun.
very
That would be
similar,
way fun.
but it's
I
just
wanna
like a
do that.
cartoony version of that. But yeah, there's
It's
like
not as
nothing
good.
to the game.
Is there any multiplayer at all, or besides like
In Sea of
can you fight each other?
Basically, the problem is I don't think you can join somebody's lobby. There's
You know, in that game, there is a monster called Devil Joe.
it's just Matt's brother with a horse.
It's just Matt's brother with
He just
horns
crashes
and a
every
pirate
time.
hat.
So it's just instances of like 4 ships, like up to 4 ships or like 4 or 5 ships,
And you just
and
go
you
at
can
each
join
other?
someone's crew, but that's only up to 4 people. So only 4, you and 3 of your friends can play together.
In any one game
And
ever.
you can't like find your friends in game because it's instances. It's all a random instance, and every time you start a new one, you'll get in a random instance, and you'll have random
So
ships.
you were saying that
See,
the
there's
goal.
other games out that are similar that are probably a lot better right now too.
I don't know. I mean, it's a real good pirate simulator, but who wants to?
So you were saying that the goal of the game is to go find treasure and sell it?
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that you got into pirate battles, and that was literally the goal of the game was to.
Is
No,
there-
no, no. You
Cool pirate
do
battles?
missions, right? You get
But are
missions
these
from the
against
outposts.
other players?
Yeah,
or
but it's
PCs?
all other players in there, and there's like skeletons on the islands where you're getting treasure chests.
Wait, what?
But they're like
Hold
one
up.
shot. You
Hold
just
up,
stab
hold
them
up.
once with a sword.
I want to go back to the ship combat. Ship combat against other players.
Mm-hmm.
Sarek!
Yeah.
With you and 3 friends on a boat
Yeah,
versus
Because
3
I
other
was
people.
I was under the impression that that was the game, and it sounds sick.
That does sound
But
kind
then
of
you
cool.
were like,
yeah.
oh well, you go get treasure and sell it. That doesn't sound that fun to me.
But no, the main focus, right, is there's not a lot to it. There's no structure. You just get these missions
You don't even
to
feel
go
like
get a
you're
treasure chest.
basically you're gonna want to play it. It's like playing chess. You only want to play it so often unless you really like chess.
I don't know how it's
No.
like chest in any
What?
way, but okay.
Well, no, he was
Because
using that
you
as a
don't-
metaphor for how stale it can get if you play it repetitively.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I play a
But-
lot of things,
So,
but I don't
so
feel like
here's
they're
how like your normal game would go. If you're not RPing, you would get in there with like 2 or 3 friends. There's 2 different sizes of ships. There's big one, small
But
one.
are you peeing?
No, you're not peeing. And
This is all I'm here for.
But can you be?
You spawn in an outpost. Your ship is docked in an outpost. You all spawn. You all spawn in. God damn.
He just looked at me and went,
Did I? Wait, what?
yeah,
What did I do?
Kyle's cut off.
What are you talking about? I'm a grown-ass man.
I'm a grown
I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man. I can do what I
So you
want.
spawn in an outpost, and
Uh-huh.
you go over to like one of these guys, and
And
they give
then?
you a little quest.
And then?
And then you go on your boat, and you go to the captain's quarter, and people
And
request
then?
they put down whatever quest they want, and everybody votes on which one they're gonna do. Like, you know, go find this chest, and you have to find this specific island. And then you set out and sail on sailing, and say you go to the island, you fight 5 skeletons, you kill them instantly, they don't do anything.
Is it like difficult to navigate?
Can you,
Is that like
not
fun?
really.
or
can your
engaging?
quest be to get as much air on a wave as you can?
That would be sick.
Like
Is there
GTA
like
style?
monsoons
As
or
far as
whatever?
I know,
big
GTA style.
storms?
As far as I know, the only quests are literally just like a small little riddle to go find an island
A fiddle?
you've already been to get a chest.
Okay.
Phil.
I love those.
And you don't have to- you don't have to
small
fight
little riddle
anybody
to find
for
a little
that.
But when you get your chest, right, there's a couple other ships roaming around in the same small map.
And they all have to find the same chest.
They're all going on their own quest finding chests. They might happen to be on the same quest as you.
not the same.
But
Oh.
if you run into somebody, you
Just
can be
fine.
an asshole. Say you got a big galleon with 4 friends, and they've got a little schlop. It's called with the 2-person
A
boat.
schlop.
It's
Uh-huh.
called
A
a
little
schlop,
schlop.
right? You can be an asshole, sink their ship. All the nice loot they have on
Okay,
their
but
ship will
see-
float up,
See,
and you can
that
take
sounds fun.
But see,
Or-
explain,
that sounds
explain this
fun.
to me. As a pirate, people are not trying to be assholes.
Well, no. That's true. If you're
'Cause
rolling
I
a
would
pirate,
attack
it's like
anything
they
I
are,
saw
but
at all times.
they also have like British
Sounds like
officer
a butt
clothing and
pirate.
stuff, so you can put that on and be like the police.
So you can be in
and
the
stuff.
same
You can
faction?
No, you can it's just all RP. There's no factions or anything. But you can put on like British officer and float around and be like, we're the police. We're taking taxes. We'll take half your chest and stuff like that.
And
but
people
that's all
will
RP.
just be like, okay, here's half my chest.
Or they'll be like, no, and it's 1 versus 4, so they get
But who
murdered.
would say yes? Here's half my chest.
If they RP, it'd probably be funner.
Do you have to?
Not for the person who's losing half their gold.
Would you rather die and lose all of it, or be like, ah, damn, police, I'm gonna come back and kill the
See,
police?
I always think I'm gonna win a fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so that game
Or
would be
just
cool
flee
as
well.
fuck.
If
it
you're
was like
RPing, yeah. If
no,
you're RPing.
no. That game would be cool as fuck if it was one map. That's huge. as
Everything
fuck,
would be
and
cool
it's
as
on
fuck
one
to you if it was
shard.
like E.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, no,
I
and
want
see-
that so
Call of-
bad.
On
Call
that
of
note,
Duty would
okay,
be
no,
cool as
I'm
fuck.
sorry, Brad.
this whole time.
You're worse. Stop with
No,
the E's.
but it's
Stop.
seriously the one shard, single shard fucking server. There's
I
I'm with
agree with
Kyle.
you
I'm
on
with
this one.
Kyle
It
on
would be
this,
pretty
yeah.
awesome. If
When
it was
I
like
think-
a
God damn it, I wish that
continually
was like-
generating ocean, infinite
when
Yeah.
I
But
think of
okay.
games like that, I think
Here's the part that gets stale to me. What upgrades can you get?
nothing. You can buy a new blunderbuss that looks
Can you
good.
buy a new boat?
Yeah,
it's
how
all
do you
cosmetic.
upgrade
About
boats?
buff.
You don't
Do
upgrade your
you
boat.
do you have to pay?
So you ride in a little rub butt the whole time?
There's
Yeah, how do you
Okay,
choose
a
so
what
one
boat you
sail
get?
or a 3 sail.
So here's my question now. You say that you can change the look of stuff.
Yeah,
It's just cosmetic.
basically. Yeah.
Is there an option to use real money
And
to
it's
do that?
and it.
No.
Okay, that's at least one thing that makes me happy.
I was gonna say it's all microtransactions,
Because I don't,
isn't it?
yeah, because
You buy the game
that
and
was
you
my
have
thought
to
as
pay
well.
all microtransactions.
Like, you
No,
want
but
a
it's
new
like,
boat?
It's a simple
$10.
game.
Or
It's not a game to play.
So you got
every
2
day.
peg legs and 2 hook hands and 2 eye patches.
Let's
Hell
I
do
don't
it.
know if you can do that. It'd be
That sounds
hilarious. But you're running around. What do you do?
Kyle
You go get
just-
50
Kyle's
cents so
like,
you
that's
can buy
just
a nice new
reasonable.
jacket. That's the whole game,
This is
basically.
And see, that,
I mean,
it
it's
sounds
really-
like it would get stale to me.
I just
It's
really
like,
love the
oh,
idea of fucking being a crew on the sea
That's the
at
thing,
battle
it's-
with other
that's the only
crews. That
good
just
part.
sounds so
Okay,
It's a
fun.
great
Sailing.
game, but
That
like
sounds
he keeps
so
on
fun.
bringing up though, it's a great game for RPers
Exactly,
or somebody,
yeah.
or just a break from normal gaming.
And see,
Just
that's my problem with it is I don't like games that rely on the player base to role play
I
because
agree.
if people don't role play, the game's ruined.
Super fun to watch videos of on YouTube because
If
that's
people
what they do.
role
That's
play,
their
yeah.
job.
But if you get into
super
a
boring.
lobby
So
where
hold
nobody's
on,
role
hold
playing,
on.
what are you doing?
All right. I have to bring this back to Eve because this is the
Woo,
perfect example.
back.
Eve is a game where there is, of the entirety of space, there is a small amount of it that is given to the players, right? There's an NPCs, here's missions, go do the missions, right?
Uh-huh.
Go kill something, bring your shit back. Move my stuff over here. Transport my people over here.
You're talking
whatever.
just a save zone.
No. Yeah. Well, it's the game's content, right? The actual game is in high sec for the most part, and then when you push out high and null into the larger null security, where it's 100% player-driven content, players create the conflict for themselves because there's so many of them so close to each other. The conflict naturally starts to happen when they start pushing against each other, right? And this large, vast space that's connected to.
To my understanding, I've never played Eve before, but to my understanding, players of that game, by playing the game in certain ways, can create factions and an economy.
Yes, well, it's 100% player-driven economy.
Yeah, but
basically
my thing
everything
is
that's in the
that-
game is player-made.
Exactly,
and
but my
moved.
thing with
Everything
Eve
like
is that they have the control to make these factions, these economies,
Yeah, is
to
it
do what they want. In something like Sea of Thieves, you don't have that much.
Yeah,
is it
no.
like an option
No,
for you to
I know.
like faction?
I
and,
pulled
like,
away
invite,
from that.
Like, literally
I pulled away
invite
from
people to a
Sea of
faction. Can you like literally create a faction?
Dude,
like an
I'm
option thing?
in a group of people that is like a couple thousand
But
strong.
it's not like
Because-
made up. You're not like, oh, we're in a faction.
Yes,
it's like an
it
actual
is.
option
well,
in the game.
it's part of the
started
game,
out-
but it's still made up.
Yeah,
it's
because
a
you
group of
start out
people
as
who
a couple
decided.
people, and you recruit more people, and you become a fleet.
You
And
basically
you did that.
They're literal corporations of organized people. There's a lot of logistical things that you have to do and put together, and you work with each other to make all these things happen. And you come together when you need to fight, or right. And that's a lot of the games about fighting, right? And the particular alliance I'm in is 100% about fighting shit. So we get together all the time. We go out as an organized group and we blow shit up and we have fun.
Because
we
they
defend
decided to do
space.
this.
Yeah, but
Yes.
What I'm asking, like an actual in-game mechanic, like a UI
Yes.
thing where you can click on it
Yes.
and it says what
Yes.
faction someone is. Okay, that's the thing.
There's
that I think is
corporations
missing.
that are basically like guilds of right. They're just a bunch of people
But-
that are in, and they have a ticker assigned to their name that everybody can see that says this is who I am with.
Oh, my
and then
ticker.
on top of that, there's alliances that you can put corporations together to create larger alliances, and there's a lot of that.
But my thing is, and again, I haven't played the game. To my understanding, they don't force you into a certain role. You get together with people and decide what your role is going to be.
You get some people who want to do industry. You get some people who want to defend you. You get some people.
It's really open ended.
Right, and
I know.
and there's
I know what he
there's
is.
the economy. You build everything yourself. You have to source the materials sometimes if you can't get them from where you are. Right, everything moves and flows in EVE Online through the
What-
players. It's
what
all
is
driven
the-
by the players,
what
and I want more fucking
sort of-
games like that.
What sort of point have we gotten to in this conversation?
Well, he just-
I think
have-
the point that he's getting to, and the point that I was getting to, is that with Sea of Thieves, they made it sound. I think originally they made it sound like that's the type of game that it could
Yeah.
be, and I don't know if it is.
Definitely
so
not.
It's definitely not.
It's so
And again,
shallow. Like
again, it could be like a shallow version of that, but like we were getting to before, it all depends on people role playing that way. Because if they don't, or if they don't want to, or whatever, then it all just falls apart anyway.
Well, my biggest thing is they don't have enough other
it's
stuff
niche.
in Sea of Thieves to draw in those kind of players, because those kind of players don't want to roleplay. They want options.
It is niche. It's very niche. EVE Online itself is niche.
And not to mention, Sea of Thieves is an Xbox exclusive, correct?
So that doesn't work for everybody.
I believe PlayStation.
I don't know.
I think it's
They're
Xbox
talking about
exclusive.
I think
it.
it's Xbox and Windows 10.
But basically, in Sea of Thieves, there's not a lot to
Which
do.
means Xbox.
It's beautiful, right? It's a really
Microsoft.
good looking game, but there's not a lot to do, right?
I don't know, and maybe
Moral of the
it'll
story.
evolve. Maybe it just came out. Maybe
4.5 out
they're
of 10.
following that trend where they release like a half-assed game and they're gonna evolve it over time. Like who knows?
It's gonna die real quick.
Why don't we rate
Well,
games, you guys?
Well, I was gonna say
Why don't we rate games?
Sea of Thieves
2 out of 10.
Let's give it a
rating of poopy.
2 out of 10?
No, it's a
I haven't
rating
even
of poopy.
played it. I don't know.
It's a
Oh,
rating.
you want to
of
make the
shower
rating
two
system
out of
so
10.
silly? Is it poopy?
No,
Or it's
no,
like, it's not
numbers.
so poopy. It's
You
it's
know
so
what?
silly.
You know what I'll give Sea of Thieves is the water looks really nice.
The water.
It
Yeah, I've
looks
seen
like
the
it's-
screens look really
It
great.
looks like it'll be fun for like. a
Okay,
quick
runny
second.
poopy.
Yeah.
It's runny
Runny
poopy.
poopy. Watery
Beautiful
poopy.
game.
Sea of Thieves rating of runny poopy.
Definitely more fun with friends, and that makes a lot of sense.
Everything's fun.
Everything is a little bit more fun with friends.
So,
Yeah, that's-
speaking of playing with friends,
You know, hold on.
what?
PUBG is a self-generated. This is a bunch of people who have agreed to get together on a map and shoot at each other. And this was yes, it absolutely is, right? And this started with DayZ, right? And it evolves through all of the games that are just like DayZ, where people get together and you say we're surviving against the elements, but really you're surviving against the other people because that's what we
I
want.
guess at the
We wanna
very
shoot
beginning,
at
right when
other
Daisy first
people.
came out,
Well,
people immediately.
That's what it
started-
was. PUBG
Definitely-
is just an arena now.
right?
Yeah.
And so people will gravitate to a certain way, right, in a game
Because the blue's forcing them in.
to make it to their advantage, to have fun, right? And a lot of it has to do with trolling people because that's just what the fuck we do. There's so much trolling.
Y'all's some assholes.
I
But
try,
anyway,
I try not to troll people.
Certain games
It's all
you
driven
gotta
by.
Yeah, I try to be
it's all,
straightforward.
yeah, we can
I'm a
easily
hero or
come to a
not.
consensus. We can easily.
so a
come to
much
consensus
nicer
play
way
like
to
that.
play with friends is on your Nintendo Switches.
Oh yeah,
we got some
I'm
Switches
jealous.
going on in here.
I'm so jealous, you guys.
Yeah, that thing is sweet. I want to talk about
Think
stuff
three.
that no one mentioned to me before I got the Switch.
Like,
Like it's the little features, the little things. Like when you put one of the what the Joy-Cons. When you slide onto the Switch, it makes the little clicking Switch noise. You know that the ones you see on the commercial. You know what I'm talking about? The little echoey click.
you know that shit is like.
and just every time you put it in,
that
it's
shit
nice.
is pretty specifically designed into the sound that things make.
Yeah.
Are very thought. People think about that shit so much. Seriously, there was probably a bunch
Sound-
of hours went into making that sound
Yeah.
just right when it clicks
You know what's
in.
really weird?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That kind of reminds me. So, in the preview program on Xbox, I just got an update like 2 nights ago, and it changed all the menu noises. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't like any of them because it's
You
been
don't
the
like
same
it?
thing for so
Ah,
long. They're all
okay.
like weird. I'm like, oh, this is awful.
You'll get used
I
to it.
start an app and it's like doo-doo-doo, and like some weird ass noise. I'm like, oh god.
Throw
But
me
yeah,
off, start
but the
scatting at
Switch
you.
also, the interface on the Switch is so simple and so smooth.
It is.
No
It's like I need to find my
extra motion.
Joy-Con.
That's all there is. It's all.
See, that's
It's just
the interfaces have always been something that's important to me because with the Switch, it's really simple and easy to use. And then I feel like if you were to scale it from there, PS4 would be the next step, and then Xbox would be the next step. I feel like
Xbox is
Xbox
wonky
is
as
getting
fuck
so intricate with the,
It's so
and I don't
wonky.
understand why they're doing it.
But yeah, back to the interface. All it is like you have your like 5 or 6 menu buttons on the bottom that is like what your store, the web, settings, shit like that, and
Can I see one? Where's
It's
Brad's?
explosive.
yeah, bust
Man.
it out. But yeah, it's just
Let me play with the
super
interface.
smooth.
I want to play with it while you talk about it.
Play with your mom,
Ooh, baby. Go for
I like
it.
the Switch.
and then it never turns off. It just
Well, you
Goes
can,
into
yeah, you
sleep.
can turn it off.
yeah, you just hit that button and then hit A a couple times.
You,
It's
you,
the exact
you
same
do
thing.
have the ability
Ooh.
to turn it off, though.
Oh, you guys left the game running, dicks.
It's alright.
To be fair, I was the one using
All
that
right,
one.
there you go.
So, what games do you have?
What's that?
Have anything
What does that
downloaded
mean?
on
What does
here
that
yet?
do?
No, I'm doing all.
So the only
actual
thing that I can
cartridge.
play is that game right now.
The one that's in there, yeah.
Are you doing cartridges? Lame-o.
Is it?
Yeah,
Right,
the
so-
cartridges. 'Cause
so
I have
it's
2
100%
switches, so I
touchscreen.
want to switch the
Isn't there
cartridges
a
back.
free list?
I was thinking about this earlier, man.
What?
Oh wait.
Never know free
Yeah.
shit.
Oh okay. Yeah. So it's connected to Wi-Fi. If these things, this would be the perfect phone, right?
Yeah,
The screen was a little bit smaller. Not
Why
even.
does everyone say
Okay,
that
check
you
this out.
feel like it's a
I thought
phone
about this.
automatically?
The
It's too
Joy-Con
big.
could very
That's never
easily.
what I thought.
The Joy-Con. How do you
know.
take the Joy-Con off?
It's not too bad.
There's
Right
a,
at the
there's a
top.
button at the top. Yeah.
I can see it being a
Right,
phone.
the Joy-Con could very easily. I just wanted to take one off real quick
Oh.
and demonstrate. Like, could very easily just be your headpiece, right? I mean, isn't that awesome? The first
I just
motherfucker.
got like, yeah, you know what that reminds me of? The very first phone, like, hello,
Hello.
hello,
Yeah, I don't care what it looks
operator,
like, right? This
give
is
me the
bad.
governor.
You could totally do like this, or like you could Bluetooth into it, but like a fucking
That
full
reminds me of that
console
Family Guy skit.
could totally support
no, this is
technology
Bob. What
for
number
a
do you
phone. That
call?
would be so cool
No,
for
I'm
us.
7. He's 6.
That would be so
Look,
fucking
look,
cool.
shh, listen.
Oh my god.
You see what I'm saying?
Is that coming from the thingy
Yeah,
itself, or
get
is it
close
the
to the
actual
mic. Get
clip?
close to the mic.
Get close to the mic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, that's all I want to say about the Switch. I got it. I've been playing Breath of the Wild a little bit.
I don't try
That
to
game
find
is
it.
like, it's super like survivally. It's a hunter-gatherer
It's
game
so
at the
good.
beginning.
Breath of the Wild is the one game that I've bought on both the Wii U and the Switch because
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
I
good.
skipped
Pretty
the
good.
Wii U
How much
just
of it did
because
you play
I knew one day I would
on
play it
the
on the
Wii U?
Switch.
Yeah, I wish I had.
So. I wish I had. Well,
much
there's
did you play
Master
on the Wii
Mode.
U?
How much I played?
You turn the
I
volume
got
down.
I got to
I
the
did.
point where I could
Okay.
choose the faction to go do,
See, if
and
I was-
I did Zora's Domain, and that was it. And then I got it for the Switch.
If I was to
Yeah.
play a single player game, like to buy now, I don't like playing single player games by myself. I'd probably buy it for the Switch. Like
He likes playing
Skyrim.
single player games with his friends.
I don't like I like
I
like
get
I
what
have
you're
to
saying,
have to have a
Keith.
social thing.
I know
Like,
Keith loves playing with his friends. That's all there is to it.
What
He
the
needs
shit
his,
did I just do?
multiplayer
Oh my
games.
effing!
You
effort.
changing my carts?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
This guy.
So
What
Brad,
is all this
Brad
stuff?
No longer
Holy
has
crap.
A Switch. It's been broken.
What?
Dude, you can change your rims,
Oh,
bruh.
goodness.
You change your
Bruh.
You can put spinners on this thing.
Dude, sick!
Okay, you don't need to be playing a game while we're doing the podcast.
I got the Danes on this bitch.
So-
Turn it off.
I want you to talk about the Switch
Turn
more.
it off.
No.
I bought the Switch with the blue and red Joy-Cons, and I'm like, well, I want both blue, so I looked up and they had the extra blue and red Joy-Cons, and the lady's like, and if you did that, you'd have 2 left blue Joy-Cons. I said, well, the picture shows opposite. She looks at it, she goes, you're right.
Was that a GameStop?
Obviously.
Yeah. And oh my god, speaking of which, there's this chick at GameStop. It wasn't that same one. But she sits there, and as she's talking to everyone, she goes, is there anything extra you want to pre-order, bro? She's like, oh, go check out some other games, did?
Wait, seriously? She said like
so
that?
annoying. I'm like, stop talking.
Server game.
She like talks
How old
normal
was-
until she says like, bruh.
How old was she?
I don't know. She's
Young
at
or
least
old?
in her 20s or something.
So she
So-
was pretty young.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I'm fucked
So
up
she's
that the go
fucking
button
weird.
is A.
I would say if she's
Yeah.
old,
Oh.
she's just trying to be hip.
The trigger's
Wait, the trigger is
Yeah.
not go. Oh, what is
That's
that?
your
Oh
user
my
item.
god! Oh boy!
Kyle's never
So-
played Mario Kart in his life.
No, honestly, the fact that it's not the trigger to go is.
Bro,
Well,
it reminds me of
it's-
a friend saying, bruh.
Bruh. Yeah, that's what it is. Just like that. Bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
You know who he
Keith says it better what she was saying.
Dude! Okay,
Alright, so
But
we're,
you know
we're now in the
who
middle of a
says
Let's
that.
Play with Kyle.
Yeah.
With no video, so enjoy this one.
No, dude, I want to hear more
Audio
about the
friend-
Switch.
What do you want to hear about it?
Like this, okay.
Yes, you can move with the, you
I
can
found-
control with
Do you
the
have
motion.
tilt controls on, Brad?
Hell yeah.
No,
All day,
well, I
every
just
day.
did that. Wait,
Is that why I was
No.
losing? That's why you were losing.
No, it,
No,
it's
I
not
just turned
normally
it on.
on. He just
I
turned
just
it on.
turned it on.
But I just mean like in Zelda, you can point where
Wait,
you
so how
want to shoot the
intuitive
bow and
is it?
stuff
Do
like
I have
that.
to like
Yeah.
go like this for it to work? Because it feels.
Yo, they need to put
Whoop whoop.
like
Oh, dude.
What-
like AR.
I don't like that
Not
at all.
like yeah, like AR. They need to put some AR stuff on the Switch so you can be like
Assault
"Yay."
rifle?
No, Augmented reality.
Oh, okay.
Automatic right.
VR is virtual reality. AR is augmented reality.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, there's a fucking screenshot button.
Yes, if you hold it, it records too.
What? That is super cool.
Yeah, the Switch is next level, bro. That's what I was
You guys
gonna
didn't
get to.
PlayStation 4 has that on the controller.
Yes, but that's PlayStation 4. Nintendo's finally done something, Keith. We're being proud of Nintendo right
Yes,
now.
we are.
You know what Nintendo,
Stay with it.
You know what Nintendo needs
Okay.
to do is add trophy support to their games.
Yeah, I'm tired of not getting.
I really would like
Yeah.
to.
stuff.
Now I get the aesthetic
I get
of
it.
not doing trophies or achievements on the Nintendo because that's not what it's about.
I stopped
But at
doing
the
that
same
after I
time-
lost a lot of my gamer score on Xbox. I was
Really?
being competitive with that shit.
Man, that was like
You never
7
heard-
years ago.
I know, I lost like 16,000 and then I lost my main account.
Real,
so.
real talk right here.
Real talk.
As
Were we
somebody,
doing fake talk?
as somebody
before?
who is half addicted to getting trophies and achievements.
Half addicted?
Half
How are you
what does
half
that
addicted?
mean?
Yeah. Either you're addicted
I'm
or
saying
you're not
if,
addicted.
right?
if you took them away from me, I'd still play games. But they do drive the
But you
reason
cry
why.
a little,
Yeah.
is what
So,
you're saying.
no, so as somebody who stopped caring about them, how was that process for you? Like,
Do you want
It
to
was,
stop
it was
caring
out of
about them?
anger. It was out of
really?
anger.
So you just gave up and you were fine with it?
Well, yeah, because
So, like,
I mean,
you play a game now and you don't even look at the trophy list? Like, you don't
No.
care? Or
Nope. Never.
Really?
Give no
Yeah.
fucks.
did.
Zero
Okay,
fucks.
as somebody,
Me too.
yeah, me too.
Okay,
When I get a game, the first thing I do, I look at the trophies.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Here's the thing: is I did that whole thing with, I was up to like 40,000 gamer score,
Yeah.
and then signing on, switching Xboxes and everything. Between Kyle,
That was when
Kyle's
it was
Xbox.
first coming out to be able
Yeah,
to switch
I
the
lost.
profiles.
I lost like
Yeah, I
15,000
remember when
gamer
that
score,
happened, yeah.
and that pissed me off. And I just pretty much I got rid of my Xbox and bought a PlayStation.
Well, yeah, I
For
remember.
that.
Yeah, I remember.
So I mean, I was okay, whatever on the trophies.
But like when you
But-
did that, you were just okay with not doing it.
Well, I mean,
anymore?
it was a bummer.
So,
But yeah.
here's the way I like.
But
That's
okay, speaking of PlayStation and
Damn,
trophies,
Kyle's or Matt's like really into it.
speaking of
I'm
PlayStation,
starting to realize like how addicted to trophies or achievements
for
he
real.
really
I'm
is.
the
Dude,
same
okay,
way.
so,
Both of you
okay,
guys,
so
yeah.
I,
Same
I,
way, yeah.
so Ni no Kuni came out today. I downloaded it. First thing I do, I go in and I look at the trophies to make sure there's
Yeah.
not like difficulty trophies while I'm setting my difficulty or anything like that. I look at the way I need to play so that I don't miss any trophies.
Okay, don't
Or
get me
you're
wrong.
gonna have
I
to play it
understand
multiple
why it's fun.
times.
I don't like that.
And
I-
no, but it's okay. But that is something that I feel is fun.
It
Yes, that's
spoils
the thing.
the
To
game
me,
for
I
you,
understand
don't
it because it's something extra in video games
See,
that let.
yeah.
It's something
I-
extra
this-
in video
I have-
games that you can strive
I don't let
for.
it play. I don't play through it
And
the
that's
first time.
that
like
was
that.
fun to me. And
But I'll go for
but-
the second time through.
I
the
agree
game
with that.
I have a
He's
weird
like, I want
caveat.
to enjoy the game first, and then I want to compete
Yeah,
at it. 'Cause
absolutely.
I want to learn the.
I don't
want to
know anything about it, right? Because if you look at the achievements, you learn things about
Well,
it.
no, and to be fair, they still do
That you
the hidden trophies and hidden
Yeah.
achievements. And
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at those
Yeah.
because it spoils.
I have a
things,
weird
but-
caveat to
Doesn't
where,
matter.
for me, the games that I really pay attention to are the single player games. Multiplayer games, I really don't care about the achievements that much. Like, I play Smite all the time.
When I get-
that has like 2,000
Yeah.
achievements now.
That makes
It's
sense.
got like
Okay,
6,000
and
gamer
so,
score.
and to be fair, also, I've never looked at a trophy list and gone like, oh no, I could never get all these, and I just don't play the game. Like, I'm not that type of person. Or even with the Nintendo Switch, I'm not going to let the lack of trophies or achievements stop me from
So
playing
there's
it.
none
Yeah.
whatsoever
But
on the
it's an
Switch?
additional
No.
thing. No, there's none on the Switch right now. They've
Fine.
said something like
Good,
they're
'cause
working
it's
on
just-
it, but
it's like wicked gimmicky, and I don't know.
but see, but I
Wicked
view I view
I don't care.
trophies
I don't
and
care.
achievements
I don't
as
know,
just
you
an
might hate this
additional
part.
thing.
Yeah,
I
an
can do.
additional reward for the people who care about it.
I only care about trophies and games that I really like, and for me, it was like Rocket League. I remember when I was getting like aerial trophy in Rocket League for the first time. Oh, dude, I was so stoked on that.
games that get competitive though. I like
beat-
them. I like those things being there so that I know who's like really does know their
That's
shit.
right. Keith's all
Oh, yeah.
about his multiplayer.
That's
so.
that's a good
So
point.
he likes to compare
a good
achievements with
point.
friends. Now here's the thing:
No, I mean
is
that's not wrong. Right?
trophies.
You did that
You
on
say all this
Destiny.
stuff,
And
PC or whatever. I don't care about any of
PlayStation's
that.
added something.
I did care about achievements on Xbox 360.
PlayStation rewards
That's
is
what
good.
I care. I don't care about my
Like
trophies or anything.
yeah, my
but-
computer Steam trophies,
Yeah.
shit, achievements, shit like that. I don't care about.
There has to be one centralized place. Unfortunately,
Not-
everything is distributed.
PlayStation has a
Yeah.
reward.
There's so many
has a reward
different
system for it
Origin
now.
and Steam.
They have literally
and-
PlayStation rewards you for.
This is true. This is a newish thing.
Yeah.
Now on PlayStation, PSN, the more trophies you get, the more points you can get to redeem for actual stuff.
But you cannot earn them before you set your
Yeah, you have to accept doing it, and then you can do it. But
Yeah, and
Well,
then
that's
you
pretty
don't
neat.
forget if you do it,
Well,
you gotta go into it.
now,
I'll do
and
it,
as
but-
a
You have to go into it and click each one.
as an
one of the
as an aside
trophy
though,
setups.
you would also need like 1,000,000 trophies to get anything.
Yeah.
But
if you play enough,
if you play enough,
Well,
for trophy hunters though, it actually pays
Yeah.
off now as like a material thing.
and it's not like too much, but it is
Like a
something.
material
It's
world.
like it gives you like a reason
Material
to.
world.
I'm
Like-
a material girl.
Are you?
Oh, tap in.
Looking good over there.
Me, I'm not a material person, but they're like, especially stuff like I like the fact that I can earn my games
Yeah.
from playing because.
Keith,
Uh,
you're saying
more-
that
more
because
specific-
usually you can't afford games.
No,
I mean,
No,
You
you know
gotta
what?
admit, that's
No.
all of it.
I mean,
But
there's
no,
a lot of people that
that's,
can't.
No, I know.
that's
kids
not the
shit.
core of me. I like earning things. I don't like things being given to me. Every time I feel get stuff given
Whatever,
to me,
give me everything. Give
That
me
reminds
everything.
me
I feel like a shit.
I
That
like
reminds
free-
me of back in Diablo 3
I
days when you
swear,
could use
I
the
can't
auction
do it,
house to
man.
pay for the game.
Oh,
That was
man.
the greatest.
Real money auction house. Did you do that?
Yeah, dude, you know
bought
how much
stuff?
money I made off of that?
How
Oh,
much
you
money
made
did
Just
you
money?
make?
grind for endgame stuff and sell it on the auction house for real money.
Did you
That was
actually
dope.
do that? How
Yo.
much money did you make?
In like a month one time I made like $10. It's not a lot, but
Oh.
if I'm making
playing a
if I'm making
game,
yeah,
yeah.
if I'm making $10 a month off playing Diablo 3,
well, that's like
That's your
putting it on the
snacks and
computer.
shit.
Okay.
Speaking
I was
of
wondering
Diablo
if you were
3,
selling
what
like
I'm
about
not,
$250?
I'm not making like $1,000 a
Diablo
week
3.
off
Yo,
Diablo
that
3.
reminds
but-
me in PUBG when when they first had the crates to get the cosmetic items, you could sell them on the Steam market. You can still sell them; they're still pretty expensive. But I was getting crates so fast, I made the price of the game back in 2 days on PUBG by selling crates. Sick. I was like, yeah, and I bought my friend the game. with
That's
the
so
price
cool.
I made. Yeah,
You had to play so much for that though.
yeah. Now you have to play so much.
I just opened all the crates and I realized that was a mistake. Now I should have just sold every crate.
They were selling for $1 at the time, so I was just like hammering out games,
Damn.
getting 900 points.
So
for-
you were
like
the
1,000 points for a
distributor
win.
of microtransactions there.
Yeah. a little
Well,
bit.
it's, I mean, I'm not, it's not like
Damn.
playing
Well,
CSGO,
Steve-
spending
Steve
$300
Steve is
on
now
an
the bad guy.
skin.
He's off the podcast.
Yeah, Steve. Come on.
There's nothing wrong with cosmetic microtransactions.
Sure.
It's
as long
kinda-
as you didn't
it's
pay for
kinda
the
It's
game
a
dumb.
little
first.
dumb.
It's a little dumb that somebody would pay so much for a skirt.
No,
Fucking
no,
skirt
no. I'm
in
sorry.
PUBG.
They're
It's
just
so
fine.
expensive.
They're just fine
See-
as long as you didn't pay for the game first.
Okay,
No,
see,
Because
my
if I
thing-
pay for
yes,
the game,
yes.
give me the cosmetic cool things that you've made for the game.
Or
Let me
just-
unlock
just-
them
yeah,
by playing
yeah,
the
but
game.
they
Well,
don't
no,
say
that's
for
like
in this
what
case,
PUBG is, 'cause
well,
you can
in-
unlock it by playing
yeah,
the game.
in this case, you can take those crates and then sell them on the
Because
store.
see,
But
okay, because see,
still
there's
the-
a difference. Because
you can
if
still
there's
buy
a,
them for real money.
Because if there's a way for you to unlock them naturally, that's fine. But like we were talking about Destiny 2 earlier, that cosmetic stuff you can only get by paying real money or by leveling up real slowly and maybe getting it, and that stuff kind of pisses me off.
That would
or
be
if you have a
fine
clan,
if
you have a clan, you might be
the
able to
game
get
was
stuff real
free.
quick, but you have to have a clan to
Yeah,
get it
I
done.
don't-
You
I don't
can't
like
be
them
single
doing
player,
that. I don't
and
like
it's like
that.
like they try to make it for the casual
either Kyle
player.
agrees with me or he wants to jerk me off.
I totally want to
both.
jerk you off. But I
Oh!
also
He
agree with
agrees
you.
anyway.
Yeah.
So unzip your pants.
No, not in front of my face.
Oh,
directly
right in
in
front
front
of
of
your
your
face.
face.
we
That's
weren't
part
part
of
of
the
your
allure.
face, but if you really want to get your face up
If
there,
the dick is out and I can see it's in front of my
What do you
face,
think
that's
this podcast
considered
was, man?
in front of my face, even if I'm 100 feet away.
I've always pictured everybody in this room just fully nude.
yeah.
Woo!
All the
That's how-
time, not,
that's how we
not
get
because of the
through
podcast,
always.
just he always pictures us
Always.
nude.
It's second he walked in the
That's
door.
how he doesn't get nervous when he's giving us speeches.
You listen here, boys. Fuller scored 7 minutes ago.
But anyway,
talking about
so
grindy.
we're getting on the microtransaction shit
Yeah,
again.
but we were talking about grindy stuff. I've been playing
Grand stiff.
Fortnite. When that game first
Ah.
came out, I was talking
Ah.
about how grindy it was.
Ah.
No, I'm talking about the PvE, not the PvP.
Uh-huh.
But they've definitely made it a lot better.
No,
It's
I don't know.
not nearly as grindy. It's really enjoyable. I'm having a lot of fun. Just building some bases, wrecking some zombies with my friends, getting some sweet ass crazy weapons, and driving
Sweet
around
ass
hoverboards.
pinjatas.
I probably have an
Smacking stuff with
unreasonable
pickaxes.
hate for how silly and stupid that
Yeah,
game
it's
is.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It's a freaking Looney Tunes game.
It is. It hurts. It hurts people's eyes. My eyes. It does.
It hurts
specifically.
my eyes. Tickety boom boom
Go ahead, Steve. But we gotta move on from video games. Since Keith here took forever,
I see
So what are we
Matt.
moving on to?
I see Matt more than I see you guys, honestly. But Matt doesn't see me as
I
much.
see you most of the time.
But like
you have this
I walk by
routine
him all
where
the
you
time.
do the same thing every single day.
What? Oh yeah, a little bit. Well,
You said you was doing.
I actually
you was
don't
doing
do that
donuts.
anymore. As of like next week,
I was gonna say I actually haven't. I've been seeing you a lot less the last like week
Well,
or so.
We have any
Yeah.
other quick games to hit on before we jump
Keith,
to
what about you? What you been playing?
mini game? What you been playing, Keith? Anything new?
I
Good.
I didn't know what
I
games
never heard
everybody was
that.
talking about, so.
What, you
Well,
never
have
heard
you
of
been
Sea of
playing anything
Thieves?
new?
I never heard of Sea of Thieves.
Monster Hunter,
Monster
I
Hunter?
could go off on more of it.
Well, that's
I can go off.
Yeah.
Go
You-
off.
That's good. You jumped in there on the Monster Hunter.
All right. That's
So-
what you've been playing, Keith.
Cool. Steve, let's jump to a mini game, bro.
All right. Keith, why were you late today?
Are you cutting short?
Yeah, Keith.
Because I had a
Keith,
lot of
why
stuff.
were you
I
late
said
today?
family stuff and you know it.
Why were you late today?
I don't know.
You're not playing the game
I don't know what
right,
movie
Keith.
that was, Keith.
What game are you playing instead of coming to hang out with us?
No,
I said
what movie?
family.
Kyle's
I
not
said,
getting
like, my
it.
dad
Kyle's
was
not
at
getting it
my
either.
house and stuff.
I know what's going on, but nobody explained it to me.
Wait, why do you
so-
have family night on the same night that we do the podcast?
Steve, how about you?
What is
Yeah,
going
I'm
on?
sorry I'm late, but I'll just do one I've already done. I'm sorry I'm late, but my my plane crashed in Alaska, and everybody but me and like 6 other dudes died, and there's wolves hunting us.
It's,
and they keep
you
killing
already
off
did.
of-
There's
Yeah, I
never,
told you
there's
I
no
already
way
did
I'm gonna
this one.
figure out. what
You
this
literally
is.
just told him to keep doing it anyway, Brad. Come
You
on.
did.
The Revenant.
No.
What is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was not the plot.
What is it? Oh,
You
this
know what
is
it
the
is?
one that I've never seen.
But it wasn't the Revenant.
It's the gray.
The Gray.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
That's what.
So if you didn't
That's
catch
what we're
it,
playing.
the reason he asked you, Keith, why were you late today?
Because we're playing Why Were You Late?
Sorry, I'm late.
So,
Yeah, I did not know that.
And went over his
so
ass
as a
yeah, I
newbie-
totally missed it.
Yeah, Matt, what you
Somebody
got?
needs to explain this to me.
So,
because
okay, so you say, I'm sorry I'm late,
I am
and then
sorry.
follow it up
I am
with
late.
just
With
start
the plot of a movie.
stay in the plot
What, you
of a
have to
movie.
guess
As
what
if
movie
you're
it's
a
on?
character
Yeah, and
of the
everybody
movie.
else
it doesn't
guesses.
necessarily have to be a movie
Or a game.
video game.
Like,
So, yeah, like I was
sorry
doing
I'm late, but 9 years ago I did a bank heist and I faked my own death.
Oh,
and-
GTA
That's- Yeah. you get it? You just start describing the plot of a movie, and you can make it as vague or
Okay,
like.
so
Well,
don't,
it's supposed
like,
to
say
be.
okay, so I'm sorry I'm late, but I got into a one-on-one combat with a guy to prove that I should be king.
What?
It's supposed
What
to be.
Keep going, keep going, just keep going.
It's supposed to be
There's,
funny.
like, there's a lot with that.
I won the
You
first
guys
fight,
started these
became
with funny
king.
ones.
Oh, is that?
You're
Some
talking about
stuff
some-
went down. I actually had to get into a second one-on-one fight. Lost that fight. I was dead for a hot minute.
A hot minute.
What?
What?
And you had to tell if it's a game or a movie.
No, it's absolutely Black Panther. But
Wait,
None of us
you
have
didn't
seen
even.
Black
Yeah, you
Panther.
didn't even. Oh my
Yes.
God, really bad.
how am I supposed to know? No, hey, here.
Spoiler alert! That movie just came out.
Wow.
Okay, so you want
No,
me to-
I
you want
did
to talk
know
about
that-
an old ass movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Like what, the best one was Kyle's like, I got one of them. Stump this guy. He starts Pulp Fiction like 3 words in.
All
I got
right,
it
all right.
immediately.
I got a better
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was
Sure.
on a park bench waiting for the bus to
Forrest
come.
Gump.
Oh, fuck you! I was telling you to say that.
Sorry I'm late, but I'm a dude disguised as a dude.
Tropic Thunder. That was way too easy.
It's fucking Kyle must spit his beer all over the place. He's like, I know this one. That's what to clear my mouth.
I love that movie because in that movie, Jack Black has a scene where he's tied to a tree and he's begging a guy to let him off, and he's like, "I will suck you up, cradle your balls." Just like it's so funny that monologue. Holy shit! That's one of the greatest Jack Black things ever.
That is.
Tropic Thunder, great.
Sorry
fucking
I'm late, but my roommate is a substitute teacher and I'm a failed rock star.
Still
And-
the Rock.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jack Black.
Yeah, buddy.
Love that man. I love that movie actually.
I love that man. I love that movie.
I think it's awesome.
What about you, Keith? You got one?
It's nice and deep. I'm sorry I'm late.
I have one, but I don't.
Keith has trouble with this
Yeah.
game.
I'm
It's
sorry I'm
alright.
late, but I
That's a
was
lot of
chasing a floating plastic bag in the wind.
Beavis and Butthead.
Is that a song? What?
No, it's a
Did nobody
movie.
get that?
Actually, I wonder if you guys would get it.
You seen the Beavis and
it Harry
Butthead where they're
Potter?
watching the Katy
Oh.
Perry fireworks video and she's like, if you feel like
Harry
a
Potter series.
floating bag in the wind, and Beavis is, or Butthead's like, that's you, Beavis.
Nobody's got that one?
No.
A floating bag in the wind?
I was recording with my camera. A floating bag in the wind. I'm sorry, I'm late.
What the
Plastic bag. Really?
Keep going with it. Is
Really?
it June?
Well, I know the scene you're talking about, but I don't know what movie it's from. Just because I know it as a popular scene, but I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
God, keep going.
That's-
You can't explain that more? The entire movie is floating a plastic
No,
bag.
that's the last scene of the movie, is it not?
I don't.
You
well,
started at the end?
No, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's like kind of it's middle of the movie, I think.
Oh,
but
is
it's like
it? I thought
it's
it
like
was the last
it's
scene.
like kind of a moving monumental scene or whatever. Like it's like really popular. That's probably what you're saying. It's called American Beauty.
I got a good one.
You guys
I
suck. You guys suck. Never
I'm
mind.
sorry I'm late, but
It's a
I
deep
was,
movie, all right. It's a really deep
Your
movie.
mom- It's a
I
deep
finally
movie.
returned to my homeland to find out that my father was missing and that my brother had taken his place,
Nope.
and that when I went and found my father, he said that he's going to die, which is going to release my sister, who's going to kill all of us and destroy our homeland.
I have no idea. I
The
feel
Even
like
Stevens movie.
this is a. Yes. I feel like this is a superhero movie.
And then he does die, and she
Oh, it's
immediately
that.
gets out, and she breaks my favorite construction tool.
I'm getting very emotional.
What the
Yes.
fuck is going on here?
My brother's really dumb, and he tries to go back to our homeland,
Is
which
this a
causes
Star
her
Wars
to get back
movie?
to our homeland, and she attacks us while we're teleporting there and knocks us out. And then I end up on this junk planet, and I have to fight.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
And then I have to
No.
fight in an arena, and I have to fight a friend
talking
from
about
work.
Thor?
Yes.
No one's
Thor.
seen the new Ragnarok, Steve.
I actually
Why are
have.
you-
I said
You
China.
guys with the no recent movies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Never
sorry I'm
mind.
late. I
That was the start of the movie.
Sorry,
I was-
late. I
I
was
was
telling everybody
literally
spoilers
The
for these
first
recent
30,
movies.
30 minutes of the movie. In
You
perfect
just
detail.
you were fucking yeah.
I know,
Anyways,
spoiler
what do you
it.
got?
All right, I'm sorry I'm late. I was falsely arrested for murder and sent to jail.
What the
Where I
fuck?
made a
Citizen?
bunch of friends in prison.
I feel like there's a bunch.
Oh,
of
Shawshank
Shawshank
Redemption.
Yes.
Oh,
I was gonna do
you
that one
went
right
you
before
went
you.
real.
Yeah, I got that because of my wife.
Ah,
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I've watched that with my dad,
I
with
wish I
Cindy,
could.
with
Andy.
like. I watched that movie too much.
Sorry I'm late, but I'm really, really tiny, and I was in an orphanage, and then these people adopted me, and then they gave
oh,
me
Stuart
their...
Little.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry I'm late, but some people adopted me because they thought I was a kid, but I was really just a midget with demonic powers.
The orphan.
Yeah. That's the actual plot of the movie, that it was actually a midget.
She's scary.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
skip
I'm
one
late.
part on mine.
But I just came from the D South, and I really want some Popeyes chicken.
What?
Little Nicky.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Deep South.
God
Yeah.
damn, I didn't think about that.
Alright, keep.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I was adopted in an other dimension, same Earth, different Earth.
I feel like this is an anime.
No, it's an old movie.
Okay. Okay.
The village
Is
got
it Hercules?
attacked because they're looking for
Is it
me. I'm
Hercules?
technically an unborn child, but by this time I'm 17 or older.
Terminator?
Other world, other dimension. Not
Shit.
same dimension, same world.
Different time.
I mean, how do you
and
know?
okay, this is. I also think of this as
Damn.
I don't know.
Another world or another
I have control. I have
Another dimension.
under me
Maybe like
and my
Superman or
beasts
something,
understand
but-
each other. We are. I'm one with my lion, my eagle, my ferrets.
Ferrets.
Oh, this is taking a dark turn.
What?
What does he do with the ferrets?
Comment or like Shane.
What?
Sounds like
He doesn't do
the
anything
sounds
with
like the
ferrets.
druid from Diablo 2.
I don't
man.
think we're gonna
Except
get
there's no
this.
ferrets.
What is it?
Or like Shane
Should
turned
be.
into a ferret.
I don't
in
think we're
purple.
gonna get it.
What is it, Keith?
Beastmaster.
No one's
There's
seen
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's
and they're
a
all
Keith thing.
old.
That's a Keith
And they're
thing.
old.
That shit.
They're
Well,
old.
Sound like Hercules.
I think-
These come on all
I
the
think
time.
we're just a little too young, but Keith was right there.
Oh yeah.
Keith was right
That's
there.
good one
I
that you
think
got
we're
it.
just a little too young. Well, you guys, wait, how old are you again?
They're but they're still color
75,000.
movies, but they're
You're only 25, right?
actually
I wish I could say.
So you're only like 4 years younger than me.
Chicken at China. The Chinese.
Another older, most of the first three.
That gentleman is also in Shawshank Redemption.
Watching X-Files with no lights on.
I wish I could say
It's
that.
like
I'm
a
in
third
jail
one.
because I shanked your mom.
And not to mention, there was
Well,
a
Matt
TV
said- when you
series
guys
too.
were talking about Shawshank Redemption, I started
Okay,
saying that. I wish
the
I
next
had.
one has to be done in Morgan Freeman's accent. Next, go.
Can it be a
I'm
Morgan
sorry I'm
Freeman movie?
late. But this guy was a news reporter. And his life was going to shit.
I know it's
Bruce Almighty.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, so he came to my building and I gave him my house.
Bruce Almighty. I don't know why I do that so easily.
That's too easy.
Sorry, I'm late, but I went a little crazy and I started building.
sound like
You guys are not deep enough with your Morgan Freeman voice.
You sounded like a black Forrest Gump.
Black Forest Gump. What?
Cleveland came to join us.
I think I could do that voice, but everybody's gonna make me laugh, and I won't complete
Put
it.
the hat on, you'll have magic powers
Yeah.
and you can do
Cleveland and
it.
Morgan
Just do
Freeman
it.
are very
What?
similar.
It's a new requirement.
No, that's not becoming a
You
thing.
have to put the
That's
hat
not
on.
becoming a
You have
thing.
to put the hat on, please.
No.
I'll put the hat on.
Don't. No, it's not as funny. Have you seen it?
always fun.
You have to see it in real life. You have to see it in real life.
You're a lizard.
You're
If I
a
do it
lizard,
again,
alright.
I'm sorry. Oh, you gotta come to this again? Because I'm not doing it in succession, because then it's gonna become a thing, and no.
I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry,
But-
but
I traveled to New York and some very dangerous things got out of my suitcase.
Sex in the City.
what the fuck? I was just thinking that. Seriously, was just gonna say that for fun. Seriously,
It is right.
Put mine out.
I have to go find these things.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yes.
That was on my mind.
You
That
were
was
gonna
a-
say
that's
how-
a great movie.
You were gonna say Harry Potter series.
No, it's not.
No,
called Harry
I
Potter.
just
It's-
watched
it's
it.
called
in-
Fantastic.
I just
Beasts and Where
watched
to
it,
Find
and
Them.
there's a second
But
one
it's still
coming
a
out.
series.
And
It's
that's
still
why I
part of
bought
that
it because of the
world.
trailer.
There's
It's
a
still-
second one
trailer.
coming out.
That's sick.
Oh my god.
Dude, have you seen the first one?
Yeah, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's
Hey,
he
you
just
for a
said
minute.
Rin-
Oh my god.
it with Dumbledore. Young Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Young Dumbledore.
Hufflepuff.
I feel like it's gonna have
Young
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Slytherin.
It's Dumbledore.
Everyone had a problem with the fact that in the trailer they show people apparating into Hogwarts, which you can't do.
They can.
It is.
Well,
That was before.
the
that was
headmaster
before
can do what
Voldemort.
he do.
The apparating into Hogwarts happened after Voldemort.
Who said that?
Yeah, who said that?
I read it in
not-
Hogwarts.
It's not in the books. Hogwarts a history. You're a bitch.
Wait, is there really a Hogwarts of history? I want to read it.
a line from the first movie.
I read it in Hogwarts.
No, I
a
thought
history.
she did release like a version of that. Did she?
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to see more. I was reading a Harry Potter fan
Fanfic?
fiction. It was a
Was Harry and
four-book
Ron
set.
Bowen?
Yeah, was it a rock?
No. Fuck no. It was
Harry and Ron.
It took place. They picked up right on the platform with the kids, and it went on its own crazy little story through like 4 books, and it was really good actually.
You remember that
really
shit?
enjoyed it. It's I gotta figure it out.
You remember
I
that
wanna
shit
plug
where
that.
they like took scenes of Harry Potter out of context, what they were saying?
I don't know what happened tonight, and I don't know why.
Did you see the thing where they had a?
It's like, I didn't ask for this, Ron.
They had an intelligent bot write a Harry
Yeah.
Potter
Oh
book.
yeah.
That was crazy.
It was funny.
Wait, what?
That's hilarious.
What?
It's funny as hell.
Tell me?
We'll show you later.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's so
I want to
good.
know
It's
about it.
basically an AI that is like made to like learn to write books and stuff like that.
It
And
read the
wrote-
book and wrote something that it thought would be a.
But it was hilarious.
A chapter
'cause
of
it
Harry
was
Potter or
stupid,
whatever.
But,
It says some
for
really
anybody
wrong
who's
stuff.
listening is interested, I'm sure that you can find this if you Google like AI
What was
Harry
the-
Potter chapter
What
or
was the
something.
name of the chapter? It was
not
like
sure.
Oh, no, the
it
whole
like
thing
the
was
It was
hilarious.
like the stone of sorcery wizards or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so really dumb.
Something like that.
Oh man.
That was good.
Man. And
Alright,
look
you got
what.
any other one?
All right, we got any more here?
I can do another one.
You have to do it in Morgan Freeman's voice. Though.
It's not a fan fiction, Kyle.
I don't.
Here's one that, depending on how recent people have played StarCraft 1. Oh no.
Oh no, I gave it away.
I guess we've been doing nothing but. Oh my god, what did you do? That actually looks really cool.
Welcome to my store, says Matt.
Put it on his head.
No.
I give you a
Hold
dollar.
on, upside down, Keith. You gotta try it. We'll see what it looks
No,
like. Upside
come
down, come on.
No,
No, it's become a thing. It cannot become.
Why?
No, it's cool, man. You look good.
Yeah.
I think you look awesome,
Gangsta.
bro. Have you ever considered
Bro.
LARP?
Brick.
Because you would look sick in a wizard's hat and a robe, dude, with a
This guy
staff.
does LARP.
Fucking oh
This
shit.
guy
I
does.
did LARP and
He's
I
a
was never
warrior,
a
though.
wizard.
Oh, you want to be a warrior?
Wait a minute.
You want to swing a stick?
I think Keith would have been
A
the best
staff.
wizard, though.
He would have been a
You're a
Best
wizard,
wizard.
kid.
Not the beard.
Oh,
Nice. All right, we got any more?
I
Somebody
had
hit
one,
us
but I
up.
lost it because I said not the beard.
you're
Matt's over here winking at me.
Abe
I hope he has something in his eye.
Winkin'.
Abe winking.
Oh, dude.
I can breathe.
Wow.
No, that was the grape smash chick. She fell out on her face. It was so old.
I'm disturbed.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I can't find my car.
I
Where's
was
my
gonna,
car?
I was gonna say I'm sorry I'm late, but I got stuck at this drive-through where every time I would order someone, the stupid lady on the intercom would go, and then...
Actually, I don't know if I would have been able to figure it out from that because I forgot. Is that
I
in that
would've.
movie, right?
Yeah, that's that movie. You're the one that sits there and goes, and then...
And then.
I don't understand.
No, and then...
that joke.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
Dude, Where's
like
My Car?
a bunch of times. They used to show it on FX
You don't
all the
understand?
time.
It's just silly. It's
It's just
dumb.
a scene.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry I'm late, but I went to my buddy's house. He's a huge pot smoker.
You already
and
did this one.
He-
This
he-
is Pineapple
Half-baked?
Express.
No, he was
No.
a huge... Shut up! Let me do my shit!
Let me do what I do when I do what I do.
It went over to my buddy's house. He was a huge pot smoker, and his dog is even a pot smoker. His dog had his own pipe, so his
Oh,
dog hit
Grandma's
the
Boy.
pipe. No,
No?
no.
Oh, I was gonna say Grandma's
It's like a
Boy.
Rob Schneider movie.
Because
No.
the only thing I can think of off the top of my head were Grandma's Boy, Pineapple Express, and Half Baked.
No,
You said all of those.
no. It's
Those are
just
good
a
ones.
small scene.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
Yeah, I fucking.
What?
I know
You gotta
exactly
do the
what
whole
you're
movie
talking
for
about.
me, word for
And
word.
the dog got really, really baked. And he
Is
took
it,
that
so
shit and
you're-
blew it out
no,
of
he's
his
not saying
nostrils.
it's.
I know.
He's saying it's not a movie,
And it's
right?
like a little chihuahua.
Not a movie?
Is it
It's
a
just-
Little Nicky? No.
No.
This is
Really?
just a
You
little
want me to
thing.
tell you?
Yeah.
This dude, where's my car?
You went back down my we were just at. Ah, okay. I knew I've seen that scene before. That I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I only watched
dick.
it a couple times, and I
I like
probably
that.
don't
I like that
have
movie because
watch
it's
it.
got that scene where the big giant ass chick is walking over the golf course or whatever, and the little boy's like, "I want to ride that ride."
Oh yeah, that's right. There's aliens in that one, huh? At the end, that
Yeah.
was such a random turn.
Don't they leave on an alien ship with a hot lady, alien lady, or some shit like that? One of
No,
them
I
does.
don't think so.
Fuck if I remember.
I think
No.
one of them does.
No, because the next day he's like, "Dude, where's my car?" And then another car moves. There it is.
Dude, what's mine say?
That's the Zero
Sweet.
thing.
What's mine say?
The Z.
Nice. Okay, we got any more? Or are we gonna move on to our?
Oh wait, no, I had a good one. Hold on.
Matt's just done.
Dead.
He was sitting there just like overplaying that, and just waiting for someone to say something about it.
That's
He's like, God damn it, I've committed. I can't stop
That's
now.
what he does. All right, I'm sorry I'm late, but
Shut up.
I'm gonna start in the middle of the movie
Okay.
because at the beginning's
You're
too
not
easy.
supposed to
I'm sorry I'm late, but I went into the president's office and I could.
Eagle Eye.
It wasn't really the president, so I asked him who he was, and he's
Final
from
Fantasy
and
VIII.
the president
Or-
showed up.
Wild
and
Wild
then-
West.
Yeah, he got it immediately. I wasn't gonna start with any other part. 'cause
Damn,
Every other scene in that movie is way too easy.
Even that one was.
I'm
technically
sorry
too
I'm
easy,
late, but
that
I was
movie's-
just-
Me and Matt were singing that 20 minutes ago.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I was
Oh,
talking.
That was like an hour
I
ago.
hate you guys right now.
What? Go.
Never
Kim
mind.
West.
What?
I don't want to.
Oh,
Yeah, a sack of Poe.
It's bad anyway.
what is it?
I'm sorry I'm late, but I was talking to my statue girlfriend at the store.
Oh, what is that?
I don't
They
even
know
know.
audio.
Welcome to I Am Legend.
Oh yeah.
Please say hello. Oh, that's so sad. That's the worst scene. It's so sad.
Hey, you ever read that book?
You're a
It's
dick,
based on
sir.
that movie.
Actually, that's not the saddest scene.
Yeah, well,
No.
it
The
happened.
the other scene.
No, I think
Sorry.
that scene is sad.
Sorry I'm late, but you know I was on a scientific,
You know.
mission,
don't.
You know.
scientific, mission,
You know.
whatever.
Yeah.
The day after tomorrow.
The scientific mission, and we had to do a border mission, but the sandstorm wasn't having it.
What the fuck?
Took me out. My crewmates left me, and now I'm screwed. Got
Martian.
to grow myself some potatoes
Martian.
in my poopy.
Isn't that what it is?
Yes, the Martian.
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Oh god.
Sharknado 2!
The
Sharknado,
sand
shark in the brain.
shark storm wasn't having it.
Oh god. I can't believe it made a Sharknado 2. I was like,
I can't
Dude,
believe
there's
they made a
Sharknado
Sharknado.
5. Get out of here.
Wait, hold
kid.
on.
Really?
Yeah, there's
There's
like
5 of them.
I got one.
What?
That was Matt Damon. So sorry I'm late, but I'm Matt Damon. I was on a scientific mission, and there was a storm, and I got stranded on the
See,
planet by myself.
The Martian. That's what we just did.
But
No.
see, this
No.
Interstellar?
And then,
Interstellar.
and then Matthew McConaughey. He's the same person in both of those movies, just on a different planet.
He's the
is.
same
Well, okay.
person.
Well, no. Funny thing is,
He's just a dude who got stranded on the
Prometheus.
planet by himself.
Oh.
have you guys watched Prometheus?
Yeah.
No.
It was garbage.
No.
It was sandstorm scene.
Sandstorm. The
Yeah,
sandstorm.
I think it was
vicious.
like radiation or something. No, it's-
But yeah, but there was wind.
But that's
and
not
sandstorm
why
and stuff.
some person got abandoned. That's
There
why
was-
some
nobody
creepy
got abandoned
alien
in
that was walking
Prometheus.
backwards
He
came
was
in there.
fucking out of order on that. It should have been everybody left me and then the other things that he said.
What?
Yeah, you were totally out of order when you said all that shit.
He got
Wasn't
left first. That was the first scene.
Yeah, he got left.
Yeah, the storm comes. That's the first scene.
Storm comes, hit him, and they
Whatever,
leave.
man. Whatever.
Storm comes, hit him, and they leave. I've been reading the book. It's nothing like that.
Wow.
Is there really a book? Is it good?
Yeah, it was a book first.
Nice.
And it's damn good. I listen to the audio one because the guy who narrates it is pretty fucking good.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
funny.
I dig.
It's just a lot more detailed than the movie. Is what it
Obviously.
is. Same story, just a lot more
So
detailed.
that's what it usually is.
Can we do books? That'd be way too hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get.
I'm sorry I'm late.
I turned 11. Some big ass mofo knocked
Harry
down a
Potter.
shack door.
God damn it! I was just about to do fucking Harry Potter. You son of a bitch. I was just about to.
You gotta start from the beginning.
I was gonna use the closet angle though.
The closet angle. You would.
The
Come out of the closet.
I'm not coming out of the closet.
Sorry I'm late, but I came out of the closet.
Kyle's life.
Something
Kyle.
kind of.
It's a Disney
Is that like Boys Life or something like that? Or Kyle's
Disney
Life?
Channel special.
Disney Channel.
Sorry I'm
Is
late,
that
but I was
Raven's
leading
little
my
brother,
double
Kyle?
life where
That's
I.
Corey in the house.
Corey and Hal. A double life? What?
Sorry I'm late, but I'm the illest gangster in all the land. Still Corey.
Gangs in New
Still
York?
Corey
I
in the
don't know.
house.
Okay. I think we should move on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
We probably spent way too long.
So we gotta hit up some stories. Matt, you gotta tell us. Have you thought of a story?
A story about what?
That
Your life.
So you've
God
listened to
damn
a
it.
couple of the podcasts. Is there anything that Steve told that he got wrong?
Yeah, is there any corrections you want to
No,
make?
I think it's more of just stuff that he has forgotten.
Yeah,
why
like
don't you
what?
tell me stories about digging big ass holes that I didn't remember
Yeah,
until he
man, we
explained
used
it
to
to
dig
me.
big ass holes in there. Brad, you were older at the time. You don't remember the big ass hole we dug in your backyard?
What? Well, kinda. We dug several holes, but
I
like.
remember doing that shit too.
Right?
We were living
I'm
holes.
sorry. That's
That
how
was my
if you have a
exact- that was
backyard
my exact
or a friend has
response.
a backyard
Like,
that you can dig a hole in,
Like,
you're gonna
if I-
dig in that hole.
If
Or
I
you
had
can be
to-
I
like-
got a good story. I love this story. I
If
don't
I
know if
had
told
to
this.
say that I've,
I dug a mud pit.
you know, if I had to say, like, never mind.
Oh my god, that's right. We dug out fucking Cindy's backyard one time, hella deep, and then
Oh,
we
God.
fucking put down a shit ton of water, and we were all mud wrestling and shit. That was crazy.
Oh, that's super
That was
gay. What are you
hilarious.
doing?
Yeah, that was hilarious. That's crazy.
I got a good story.
What are
That
you
was
talking about?
We
that
seriously dug out like a huge ass spot. in
You really
Cindy's
mud wrestled?
backyard. Yeah,
Another
dude.
man?
Huh?
You mud wrestled?
I remember dirt clog wars.
What
back
are you
in that yard.
talking about?
When did you guys do this? Like that?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry, but I'm
when
not
we were
gonna
kids.
mud wrestle anyone.
You can.
What I was
come on,
talking
mud
about
wrestling.
is my yard. Like I had a double backyard, so I
double backyard.
Double backyard all the
It's
way
like
across the
we had double
sky.
backyard.
well, people have dark backyards where they're like they can fit their dog and it's nice and comfy. Well, we had a backy part of that, like a
Uh-huh.
another.
Yeah, I remember.
And there was this. My mom's garden was on the right, and then on the left there was just an area that was not used. We dug it in because we wanted like
It's not that funny. Quit laughing about it. You have another hat on.
It's absurd. He's got 2 hats.
It's not that funny.
It's absurd.
The more you guys laugh, the more harder the stories get.
I couldn't help it. I'm so sorry.
Metapod hardened.
But we wanted a spot to like relax, and we were trying to make a pool, but it turned into a mud
It
pool.
wasn't a cool pool.
It wasn't a very
It was
Well, you know what?
Fun
People
to dig,
pay large amounts of money to go to a spa and lay in some mud. So you know what?
well, yeah.
sure it wasn't good
You have the right idea.
I'm sure it wasn't good, but
Are you one of these people? Do you do that? Have you
Go
ever
to the
done
spa.
that? Yeah.
It's nice.
Like-
I am going to the spa on my wife's birthday.
Have you ever been
Couples
exfoliated?
massage.
No.
I'm getting a
Wait,
back
what's-
facial. I'm getting a
making
back
things
facial.
What the
At the
fuck is a
salon.
back
Back
facial?
facial?
These
It's
two
a back
things make no
treatment. It's
sense.
like a
Is that
facial,
when
but for
some
your
dude
back.
sits on your back?
A backle?
And I'm getting a
It's not
an
considered
hour and a half
facial.
long couples massage.
Does that mean some guy walks up behind you and jizzes
No,
on
they
your
don't have
back?
guy employees there. They're all women.
He's like an air.
That's called a pearl cake.
We're all on different conversations here. So
Yeah, anyways. Alright.
Okay. So Keith, you were saying a story. Oh, you okay? You already said the story. Steve, you had a story that
It's a
you
great
remember.
story. So
It's a great story.
in
it's a great one.
the section of the
not
neighborhood we
Irish,
lived
though.
in where Matt was, there was dog runs in between the house that was behind you. There was like a small section of fence.
I remember
yeah.
that.
So
Some
we took a
bad
bunch of
things
old
happened
boards
in those
from
dog
fences.
runs.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. So there was a bunch of boards and sticks. So me and Matt, I don't know, you might have helped at some point, Brad. And
might have.
Matt's sister, we made this fort, right? It's a bunch of we used the strongest boards for the top, so we could all walk around on top of it. I think Matt knows where this is going.
I don't.
No, you don't.
And Matt's
So,
like,
are you talking
I
about
totally
the-
helped this
So
thing going where
it
I
was
think
like
it's
right
going.
next to a tree, and there was like a
Yeah, the
swing on that
swing.
tree, right? We had a swing above this fort on a tree, which was pretty dope. But Matt's sister's like
Okay, so
swinging around.
no
on
matter where this
Oh,
goes,
no.
I have a follow-up story either way.
Okay.
Okay, so are you sure it might not be this story? Matt's
No, because
sister's
there's two.
Matt's sister's swinging around on it, and I don't know if she just lets go
Yeah.
or if it breaks. But she falls off of like the fort because her feet are on the fort. She's swinging on the rope, falls off, and it's like a Y-shaped tree. And she
Yeah.
lands perfectly in between, like right in the crack of the Y.
Steve is undertelling this. She
No,
slammed herself
No,
in between this.
we're like 10. Kids bounce when you're 10.
I was old enough to think she died.
Matt full on thinks she's dead, jumps off the fort in the yard, and just runs inside. And I assume he's going to get help, but he never came back. And I like helped her sister up, and she wasn't hurt that bad. She just got scraped up.
Matt's
if
just
she was
like,
hey,
He
if
was
she was
busy
dead,
looking
I'm
for
out.
the camera, dude. Matt's just like, I'm done. I don't want to see the
He
leftovers.
literally just ran straight into the back door and was just gone. And like we came in 5 minutes later,
How
and
old
like
were
helped
you?
her out. She wasn't that hurt.
We
She
were
just
like,
scraped up.
what, 12 or 13 or something?
I don't even know.
You're still
at that
kind
point
of-
we
Where
were
did you
down.
go? Where did you go?
He went
You're not
inside.
as bad.
I started playing video games.
I'm pretty sure he was on
Sonic
the
Adventure
GameCube.
was a good game.
I'm over this. I'm over this. Is that the one where they had the little chows,
chows,
the
yeah.
chows that you grew up and you could
God.
fight them
I
and you
love-
race them and
I
shit?
love Matt's reaction.
Oh, that game was awesome.
What's your follow-up?
She's
story
dead.
to that?
I am not seeing it. Oh, video games.
All
I
right.
saw some video games.
I think she's
So
alright.
the follow-up story is: do you remember how that tree broke?
No,
It
what
almost
happened in that
killed
tree?
me.
Oh, I do remember. So that same freaking
That same
swing.
ghetto ass tree that my dad turned into a swing.
So you want me to tell it?
Yeah, you go.
Okay,
I think I
so
remember that.
Matt, it was like I think it might have been afterwards. We put the swing like further into the tree,
Something like
and
that.
that's why it was so close to the tree. But the rope was tied way far on the branch, so it was kind of like bouncy.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
I remember
cool.
Matt.
That's
And Matt
cool.
was really short because again, now that you're not short now.
Yeah,
but
let's
he was
be
really
clear.
short
I'm
when he
pretty
was-
short right now.
It was really short when we were young, so he was like bouncing on the end of the rope, going like 10 feet in the
It
air.
was like bungee. It was
He was
awesome.
like doing bungee cords, and he goes like max height, and he comes down and like just slams on the ground because the thing broke above him, and it's coming straight down, and he just like ninja rolled out of the way and just slammed on the ground right where he was. It was a big ass branch too. Like, it took two of us.
Yeah.
It took both of us to carry it after it broke. And, like,
Where were you guys carrying it? Were you just decided to go carry it down the street?
Attached
No.
to the fort.
Do you not remember that backyard?
I remember. Yeah,
we
I
had
remember
that
the
huge
tree.
pile of debris next to the house. We probably just tossed it into that.
Okay.
That's the same one my brother caught on fire.
How did you catch that on fire?
Because my mom told him to go. This is the one part I still
Was
don't
this when he was
understand.
living with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one part I still don't understand. My mom
So
told
he was
him.
a teenager.
Yeah. So my mom tells him to go mow the back lawn. You remember this yard? There was not one blade of
Yeah,
grass
I was
in
gonna
that
say it's all
backyard.
weeds, man.
But this
and
fool,
dirt.
it was a lawnmower that ran on gasoline, and he was trying to start it, and it was obviously out of gas.
Uh-huh.
But he got it to start, and then tried to put gas in it.
Oh my God.
And this resulted in it catching fire and the blade spitting out fireballs.
Sick!
He caught that entire like pile of debris.
If there wasn't
on
any
fire,
grass
yeah.
You just run around the lawnmower.
No, it was that.
Awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Now imagine
I know
you
it
doing
was
that,
fair,
Brad.
but,
You
yeah.
being that teenager with the fire mower.
Brad used to like to put lighter fluid on his skateboard and
Did
light
you
that
do-
bitch on fire. And
No,
run down
that
the
was
street.
mostly Jimmy.
That's like one of the first things I seen these suckers do when I met them. Him and Jimmy, they both were just lighting their fucking boards on fire and riding them.
Awesome.
I don't
Yeah.
even
What
have a
other
skateboard
good
yet.
stories do we have?
Oh, just backyard stories. Like, I don't know what we
That
didn't do in
catapult-
my backyard.
That catapult that you fucking built.
Okay,
in the
we
backyard.
talked about that a
We
little
talked
bit.
about
Yeah,
that.
you talked about that.
There was a
Did you
catapult.
guys ever
made
try
out
to
of
build
a
anything?
sign.
Remember the broken swing set? Like, we
Did
tried
we?
to do something to fort with it in the backyard.
Oh, that was with Dirt Clod Wars.
Well,
Not-
the-
We
the-
flipped
no,
over a whole trampoline and like the swing
That was
set
Jimmy.
a little
That was
loud.
Jimmy's backyard. I'm talking about my backyard.
Oh, dude, we tore that was fucking.
Oh, I didn't know you had a
backyard, so-
swing set in your backyard, Keith. I don't remember that.
Swing set. It didn't have the swings on it anymore. It's
For
just
those,
a metal
for our
frame.
audio listeners, he did
Air
quotes
quotes.
that air quotes.
Audio friendly.
Our audio
Audio
listeners,
friendly
as opposed to our video listeners.
Which there would be none. Because we are
yeah,
not
we
recording.
didn't really build stuff. We were more just like biking around and stuff.
Yeah.
I told
You
you
just
guys
broke
about how
stuff?
we went from like the highest hill in Sun
Did you
Valley.
guys ever
to
do anything
the
to the
GSR
school
in one day?
that you shouldn't?
What's it called? I
We
used to.
climb on top of the school roof, but you
Did we
used to
do
do that
that?
too, yeah.
I only did it for like
we
a. I
only did that
didn't
like
even get
once.
on the roof.
But I was gonna say we did it like once or twice, but that was all we
But-
did at the school.
I remember in high school I did a whole bunch of fucking climbing on the roof.
I used
They
to
called me
walk up-
Spider-Man because I would literally
No,
climb
we did
this
too.
vertical wall that was like 2-3 stories high. I think 2.5.
Talking about that
Stories
rock
high?
wall at Hug.
Yeah, that.
Wait, where
was-
at?
At
Hug.
Hug by the main office.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Like
no,
at the
this was
top?
It
the.
wasn't like a climbing wall. It was just a wall made of like
Dude,
rocks.
dude, that campus was so fun. All of those hills. I used to fucking ride down the grass on my skateboard all the time. There was this route that you could take from the very top to the very bottom, where you rode down 2 of those big ass grass hills. That was the fucking coolest shit, dude.
That was
Oh
the
my
fucking
god.
coolest shit.
That was the best. And then I remember I used to, you were talking about Sun Valley or whatever. I used to walk up to the top of Sun Valley. It takes like 2 hours to get up there or something. It takes forever, right, to walk that
Yeah,
fucking
trust me,
distance.
we know.
But you walk
We used
up
to do
there
that
and
every
then
day.
you skateboard down a fucking insane skate. Insane skate. Me and Jimmy took
guys-
that motherfucker
we would
a
do that
couple
shit on
times.
You guys took
So,
that
we
long
would
just
just-
to get that?
Yeah, and so you take a couple hours to get up there maybe, and it takes like 5 minutes to get down.
You're talking about the one between Sun.
It's so fucking cool.
Talking about the hill between Sun Valley and Reno.
Yeah, on the
2
way
hours it
up
took
to
you to
Sun-
walk up there?
Maybe, I don't know. It's-
I-
If you
when
go
I
that was a
was-
long time ago, but
When I was 10, I was, you know, you're
all the
not
way to
supposed to, but when I was 10, it took me like 30 minutes.
it was a
my
mission.
grandma.
That hill is a
My grandma
mission.
lived up there.
Maybe you
That
didn't
was
walk all the
Stoner?
way up. I walked as far as you can
They
go
didn't
until you
walk
get
all the
to
way.
basically the peak, and you can just see flat on the other side, and then you skate
I
down.
also lived straight.
I used to do that
ended
shit
up
at
living
2
up
o'clock in the
there.
morning. I remember one time I almost hit like an ambulance,
Ambulance.
and I was
Bring
like, oh, well, it would have been
Oh, wait,
fine
sorry,
because there was an ambulance right there. That's cool. Oh, dude. I had so much fun on that run. You
Oh,
go all the way
God.
down into that little roundabout
Your bills
right
would have
there,
been free.
and then you smash on over to Jimmy's house. And you're so
Yeah.
fucking filled with
Brad,
adrenaline.
you
and
asked if we ever did like
Company.
stupid stuff, but I think the only really like bad thing we did, I've told this, you might remember it, that time we went to San Rafael or San Rancho, or
Oh,
whatever
the dude,
that
like,
is.
Lighting
dude
shit on
chased
fire,
us
probably?
No,
out.
not that. The time where we destroyed the urinal with a big ass rocket.
you guys are
You know, one thing
bad.
I got in trouble for that you were a part of, Brad,
What?
and Steven was there, was the time that you fought Chris. And I was like, we went to Jeff's place and we were at, you know where the trampoline was?
I
Yeah.
remember that guy.
Yeah.
And you had like gotten in a fight with Chris, like a full-on fist fight.
No, I kicked him in the head.
Or whatever
Yeah.
it was, but like,
That was all.
but I was egging you on, and their dad like came and found me that day and got pissed.
Yeah.
Their stepdad, to be fair. That guy was an
Stepdad.
asshole.
Why?
Even
Because
they
you
said
were
it.
talking shit, or
No, because
He's like,
Matt
if
was
you ever
cheering
egg
me
them
on.
on again, I'm gonna find you. And I'm like, oh my god, because I egged on a fight. Get out of here. Maybe
That's
your son
silly.
or
Like,
something getting a
freaking
fight.
silly.
Yeah.
17, like,
I feel like you should be more worried about the people that are fighting
Yeah,
each
no,
other.
That wasn't a
Or
fight.
I
It
was
was
like,
me
yeah, get it.
bullying him.
but to be fair, Chris and Ben
Dick.
asked for it.
Man, they were the worst.
They kept getting
I don't remember
beat up,
Chris.
but it was their fault.
I know
Twins.
Jeff. I remember Jeff. He's a fucking the guy that has the
Those kids.
trampoline, and everybody can come over and play on
They're
it.
Yeah.
talking about the Ben
and
and
they give
Jerry
us like
boys.
sodas and stuff all the time too.
Talking about the Ben and Jerry.
That's what my dad called them. Too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Chris and Ben.
Ben and Jerry.
Dude, I
Ben
told so
and
many stories about how we were rude to Chris and Ben, where you wiped dog shit on Ben's nice white shirt that one time at the park.
Oh, you
we,
guys,
we were
you guys
told
are
about,
all
you know,
right.
your dad, the
You guys are
asshole.
all
Yeah, asshole
turd.
turd.
Yeah.
That's a great one. God, this
See,
is
I got in
anymore.
trouble for stuff, but I don't think I ever wiped dog shit or anything like that on.
Man, they
somebody's
were the
shit.
worst.
They
Okay.
were the worst. They were so.
I picked these dudes up and they go, we drove by Kyle and he just stood on his phone and pointed at us. I'm like, what?
No, he
I was like, you guys!
stood up and he like looked.
Yeah.
And then I
He said he
texted him
stood
about
up on
cleaning
his
on my
phone.
gestation.
No, it was, and all I picture is Kyle putting his phone on the ground and standing on it. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He stood on his phone.
I said he stood up on his phone.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
Stood
like
up,
to me.
comma, on his phone.
So what'd you do? You texted them?
I texted him
He
and I was
texted
like,
me. Well, it was funny.
he's like,
because
you come
Steven-
hang out, and I was like, nah, I gotta go clean up my gestation before you guys come over.
It was funny too,
You didn't do very well
Steven goes-
right there.
Steven was
No.
like, oh, he's on his phone. He's gonna text me. Watch. And then like 10 minutes later, he texts me.
I
I'm
don't
like,
have
where
your
did Kyle
number.
get
I
my
don't have
number?
your right number.
I don't have
Last
your number.
podcast, we were at the convenience store and I went to call you, and some Mexican lady picked up.
Hello?
I'm like,
Can I
Kyle?
help you?
Kyle?
You were messing with me.
Yeah.
It sounded exactly like that. Like,
No,
joke.
Superman was here.
It sounded
And she just hung up
exactly
on
like
him.
that. Just hung up on me.
The Tide Pod
Felt
store.
bad.
No, I don't have your phone number, but I have Matt's phone number. I just got it the other day because I was trying to talk him into
Yeah,
magic.
for magic.
Thursday
That
nights.
was the day I got called
You were
into
saying
work.
something a second ago, Matt. You were saying, remember that one time.
That one time.
Oh, you remember that one time that we went to the playground and we had that tennis racket and the golf ball?
Oh, yeah, did I tell that story? I think
Yeah,
I-
you did. You did.
Ah, man, you beat me at
Tennis
everything.
ball.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a golf
we
ball.
would get it like all,
It's
I
a
was
golf-
there.
It
No,
was
I
a
think
golf
it was
ball.
no,
with
it was a
ten-
tennis
no.
ball.
No.
No, 100% it was a golf
I was
ball.
there,
That
Matt.
that
I was
That's
there.
what I'm saying. A golf ball with a tennis racket.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You just
No,
said
you
a
said
tennis ball.
You
Get
guys.
out of here.
Yeah.
I just
It was
remember.
a golf ball with a tennis racket.
Oh, dude.
And you can
Did
make
you
that
guys
thing
post
fly
it up?
all the way across the field and out into
Yeah.
the.
And
into
God,
the
this is-
we
houses
just
over
heard
there.
glass shatter and
Yeah.
we left.
Do you
No,
remember?
it was,
I
don't
could
know
have
if it
swore
was
you were
glass.
there.
It's just like
It
a loud
sounded like
thunk,
glass
like
shatter.
metal, like a car.
Dude, I was there. What?
The tennis racket thing. Okay, we went to a park one time. I could swear you were there. You, me, Chad.
Chaz Kramer.
When we had a tennis racket and there was a bunch of like
That's like a deadly
like
weapon.
shitty fruit falling off of the trees. Like, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
remember
the
what
little
they were.
crab apples
and we
or
were
whatever?
fucking hitting them at each other. And I'm pretty sure you hit Chad right in the,
Right in the
fucking,
fucking face.
face.
I think I remember
so
that.
mad.
But yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking little crab apples with a tennis
We were
racket. They fly too. And just-
Hitting that one. Yeah, I think we had more than one tennis racket. We were hitting them at each other, trying
Yeah,
to
you
hit.
guys
And
had
it's
two, we
really
never had
hard.
two. We'd
It's
always
really
only
hard to
one.
hit each other with those things, though. But when
I'm
you
pretty
fucking
sure I
did,
got Chad.
Well,
in
you
the
guys don't
face.
That
play
shit.
tennis either.
that shit hurts.
You play. Oh, let's find a random thing to hit with.
I'm
the
pretty
tennis
good
ball.
at ping ping.
ping ping.
Ping
Ping pong.
ping
Talking about ping pong. I like ping pong,
What
but
was
I'm
I gonna
fucking
say?
bad at
You
it.
reminded me of another story.
Oh,
The stories can
But
be.
you
golf
forgot?
balls, ping
Oh,
ping,
it's
tennis.
kind of a small story, but the only time that me and Matt ever got detention.
Oh, that was some
That was
bull
bull.
crap.
That was
We
bull.
weren't
The
doing
only
anything
time
wrong
ever?
intentionally.
Well, I mean, kinda. We
No,
were
I
throwing
was
rocks
not- I
over.
was-
We were throwing rocks over a fence, not in anything. Just
Not at
tossing
anything, that's
Tossing
my
rocks over a fence.
And
fence,
trust
that's
me,
it.
as a grown-ass adult, I would admit if we were doing something wrong.
Right?
We were
Yeah.
not
As a
doing anything
grown
wrong.
ass.
We weren't even throwing them that hard. We were just tossing them
Dude.
over a fence. And one of his teachers comes up and was like, "You're throwing rocks at cars and stuff like that," and blah blah blah. And we got detention for it. We're like, "Yeah, we're like." What?
I've seen
No,
some
we're
crazy
just
shit
throwing
like that. I was in like probably 4th or 5th grade, and I just like
There's those
broken pencil lead. I flicked it off the desk, and the teacher flipped the fuck out. She was so mad about it. She made a big deal
She's
about
like
it.
dragging Kyle out of the
Littering
classroom
or
by the
whatever.
scuff of his neck. I didn't do nothing.
She tried to keep me. I remember she tried to keep me after school, and I was like, "This is so dumb. I'm not having this." And I just walked past her.
Nailed it!
And I got on the bus, and she didn't even have, or she had to like send like a
Got back
principal
to
or
your
whatever to come get me off the bus. That was the stupidest shit ever.
The principal? Or you just walked away?
Yeah, I just left her. And then I remember too, my dad came into school and the teacher was being a little girl about her or whatever. Oh, that's not nice to say, but she was just being a bitch about it, alright?
That's much nicer.
And she was acting like she was scared of a fucking 5th grader. And my dad was like, "Dude, you just fucked the kid up." Like, because, it's a different time where you still hit your kids. I just thought that shit was so funny. It was ridiculous.
Man, school stories are the best. There was this guy. Oh, you went to trainer. What am I thinking?
I went to trainer too.
So-
Good old trainer. I think we all went to trainer,
My
right?
brother did too.
You too? Everybody
Yeah.
here went to trainer.
Yeah.
That's the one place we
Keith,
had
you went to trainer?
Dang.
Fucking A, man!
Remember, I was
pretty
older
cool.
than her.
Trainer
You guys
middle
went
school.
different
Trainer
times.
middle school.
Everyone has
I don't
ever has
I know
gone
you
to
remember this kid.
Well, that's where I met you.
I don't remember his name, but his nickname was Turbo, because he
Turbo!
dislocated his knee in his
Yeah.
sleep, so he's on
What?
crutches.
Wasn't that
How
the
do
kid
you
that-
do
wasn't
that?
the kid that made you punch the letter cutter?
No, that was Chris actually.
Oh.
Bennett
What?
Jackman, yeah.
He has a scar still.
Yeah, I have a scar on my hand because
Why
there
did
was
you punch?
Because he dared him to.
I know, I didn't know. I didn't know there was a blade in it. It was a squishy pad that you would use in like a press, and it would cut patterns into paper. Because there was a razor blade under the pad. And he's like, "This is soft, punch it." So I did, and it was a razor blade, so it just cut me down to the bone on my knuckle. And I was just like, "Oh," and it wasn't bleeding,
I'm
so I
really
could just see
surprised
my
you.
bone.
I'm really surprised
Oh
you don't know
my
that,
god, what the
Yeah.
shit?
bro. He sells a scar from it.
Yeah, that's the number right there. I saw
remember.
my bones, pure white.
Oh
It might have
my
been my
God.
tendon. I think that's
That's
it's
crazy.
a
more
more.
than likely.
But
Anyway,
Did you
yeah.
punch the kid afterwards?
no.
He was probably out. That
And
kid
then you
probably-
can then you can start punching
It was
kids
Chris
and leaving that
Banter.
stamp on kids and
Okay,
blood.
I'm glad I kicked him or his
Anyway,
brother in the
anyway,
head.
so Turbo.
So Turbo, right? He's on his crutches and he's like crutching across with things. And I was just fucking around
Who
with
the
math
fuck
class.
calls him Turbo?
I called him Turbo. I was a bully to specifically that kid in like 7th grade.
Dude, what?
Just that kid. He was always hanging out with me. I was just giving him shit, but. And he's crutching across the room, going to do something.
Crutch.
The lights are
All
off.
the
We've
way
got like
across
the
the room.
overhead projector thing on, so the teacher's not paying attention. I had like a rubber band and a marker, and I shot it at him and it nailed him straight in the eyeball, just like a missile, just right in the eyeball. And he's like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, and I was like apologizing. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hit you."
Did it have a cap on it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a dry erase marker, and like I said, it nailed him right in the eyeball.
I always wondered if
And
you
then
shot a
he-
Nerf dart at somebody right in the eye. It would
And then he
stick.
crutched his way all the way.
Do you
to
guys
the nurse.
remember throwing pencils into the ceiling and making them stick?
Fuck yeah!
I remember
That was a
kids
great
doing that. I was
pastime.
like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Dude,
I'll
it's
throw
for
a pencil
fun.
at the ceiling right now.
You better not. I'll fuck your shit.
I'll fuck your couch. Alright, we ready to wrap this bitch up?
I guess so.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. This has
Ready
been an
but not
interesting
ready.
episode. Thank you for coming, Matt. It was sweet.
Come,
I'm trying to
it's my
get
pleasure.
you.
And it was sweet, huh? Wow. Details I don't need
Nice.
to know.
We've been trying to get you over here for a while, but yes.
Yeah, he's got Fridays off.
You got Fridays,
A
yeah.
couple more.
Now he's just gonna come to every episode, huh?
I don't know about that, but I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Anyway, if this is your first episode, our podcast is available
He's
on
back.
those thingies that I usually say.
What
Well,
is it?
if
What
it
are
was your
they?
first episode, then they're not going to
YouTube,
know
yeah,
what the thingies are.
Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play.
Yeah, there you,
know
go.
what? Just Google
Is
Fool's
that it?
Banter, go deep.
Yep, you got it.
Can't go
That's it?
wrong.
Or if you Google Fool's Banter, you'll find all our shit.
Go deep.
Either way, go deep.
Go deep is balls. Balls deep.
Oh,
Fool's Banter radio.
no, he took it balls deep level. We got a dad joke for this? Alright, dad joke it is for me. Unless you got
Aw,
that
man.
joke, Steve. You got that
That
other
is
joke?
dead.
You
If I
got
can
that
plug
other
it in.
joke?
If I can plug it in.
Wait, you already have a dad joke and you're looking for dad jokes?
You got that other joke, Steve?
As a dad, isn't every joke you tell a dad joke?
No. I don't know.
No, some of them are
Dad
dirty.
joking is starting to become pretty broad spectrum of things that could be in dad jokes, honestly. But I'm not a father myself, but I understand the humor here.
How does an Eskimo build its house?
Oh.
It glues it together.
Oh my god. Oh god.